through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, and if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah.
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares too. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out? Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you, to keep you? Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, trying so hard not to keep you, to keep you. How long do I got to keep you, to keep you? Trying so hard not to keep you, to keep you. say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill.
Never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right, it feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. It feels right, it feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. Going with the gut, never had a doubt, felt like this is just a must. Put me in perspective, I'm the deepest in the cut. Everybody tuning in, but this is just for us now. We know I ain't ballin' yet. Hoes wanna holler, oh no, I don't call them back. Girl, let me see you hold it down, we gon' have a blast. Cause I just wanna know what you gonna do with all of that. Ain't gotta say a word, I know what's up. You can have it all, watch me rip it off. I'll admit it, you got me feeling hella love. Even when it's going down, know that we gon' live it up. Young shot caller, always been a baller. Know that you the one, I can feel it in my heart. Yeah, I won't stop charging, you go and come harder. I can see you and I, way beyond the stars, girl. I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. It feels right.
Let's
from cold. Maybe you are, maybe you are something I cannot define. Maybe you are, maybe you are the fallen kind. I leave them with violence, the silent side of me. We see where fire starts to breathe. When I would lay in silence, the voice inside of me made me use my mind right.
We're gonna burn it down. Burn it down. We're gonna burn it down. Burn it down. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder.
I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker.
Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit.
Turn toward me and look so weak. I've never seen you with such tired eyes. And everything we said we'd be, we just traded for a suit coat and a tie. And underneath the rows of trees, I will see you where the ocean meets the sky. Under your toes, the fire grows. You are ready for a different kind of life. Silent for the wind is cold. You must return to the wild. Silent for the wind is cold. You must return to the wild.
own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for me. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explore right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Rocky.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky.
Without you, I remember myself, my name. Forgot about all you tried to change. Familiar was the sound of your voice as I continue to walk on by. It has been a year and now I'm living on the line. It has been a year and now I'm thinking what's mine, that I'm better off right here without you. That I'm better off right here without you. That I'm better off right here.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through eyes covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. tape my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out.
Take the wrong and you make it right. Like a firefly, you're glowing at night. So don't make it hard, don't let me go. I wanna hold you tight when you're cold. I'm waiting for your love, you just keep me hanging on. I deserve to stay, and I will find my way. I will find my way.
Fire makes the city look so bright. Close your eyes and just stay tight. We have to go. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay with me while we leave. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay with me.
Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown.
generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. 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 You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now. Casting on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me. Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me can make me
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go.
broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Just stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own.
There are only a few seconds to close this round. A headshot. Nice. Fist bumps go to the teammates.
I wanna hear your go, go, go. Make them feel your smashing blow. Swing around. Rise to fame. Hold the ground.
Very much. They play, you win.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Epic League. Earlier today, we have seen quite a dominant performance from Force against In-Game. The final, well, it was a 2-0. First game 16-6, second game 16-7. But right now, it is time for the game we've all been waiting for. Virtus.pro versus K23. My name is White, and I'm here joined by Sneaky Peaky. And what a nice cap he's wearing.
Well, you know, I've got to show my support for the boys. I've been a big-time Virtus.pro fan since, I'd say, early 2015 now, ever since I started joining the game. Obviously, it's not going to interfere with my casting. I am keeping myself impartial as always, so just ignore the cap. It's there as a sort of, reminder that I am here today casting the boys. Enough about me. We're going into the game. Virtus.pro, they've not looked themselves since they lost in the grand finals to Gambit at Katowice 2021. And, it was a sort of steady escalation up to that grand finals, and that's where everything started to slowly ease itself downhill. And they haven't been performing badly as of late, but they haven't been performing to their usual level. They crashed out. They sort of came last in the playoffs of the last two big Tier 1 events, and with losses against G2 and I believe a loss against Gambit, against Na'Vi. As I said, they've slowed themselves down a bit, but I still think they are the better team here today.
Yeah, honestly, I think at their current state, you can kind of compare it to a FaZe clan, as in the performances right now. They're still Tier 1. They're still a great team. They can still win an event. But for now, they're not really performing too well. But same thing with FaZe. Like, they have the players that can do it, but they just all need to show up. Same goes for Virtus.pro right now. I think they still have the recipe for greatness, but right now, they're in a bit of a slump. And I'm saying a slump. They're still way up in the rankings, number 7, but that is still, of course, from the performances they have had recently. But yeah, Virtus.pro versus K23, and something I really like about this matchup is the fact that Adren is playing against them, their former IGL. Now, K23, they have Adren, Mu, Neelan, Norbert, and Fame. Now, believe it or not, 4 of these players have played at majors, and 2 actually have won one. One of them, an MVP.
And actually, Adren was I believe, IGL or at least team captain for Virtus.pro
Yeah.
when they were the Vanguard roster, and they made it to the grand finals of the major against Astralis. So we have a major MVP, as you said, in Adren. He won with the Gambit roster back in Krakow 2017, and the fact that he's able to continue that streak with a new roster completely is great signs for him. And the fact he's in another new CIS roster, who he could potentially lead to greatness through the form of K23, is, history potentially repeating itself for a third time for this man. And now he has one of his older teammates to help him through. In the meantime, it's a completely different style of IGLing from James. He's less of a sit back. He's very hands-on. He's got the AWP. He takes entries. He takes all those long-range fights, and he's an incredible AWPer. Like, he is one of the best in the world right now, and a very unique play style on his end. Hopefully he's able to show up today. One of the main problems with Virtus.pro at the moment is they will have individuals show up, but they will never have the whole roster. So if your Kindart is not working on his entry fragging, then the whole roster slows down a little bit. If James isn't finding his ult kills, which admittedly is a rare occasion, then the rest of the team struggles. Kickit and Buster, they're not struggling, but they're definitely not performing as they normally do. And then there's just Sanji. Sanji is a king. He will give anyone a weapon, and he himself sacrifice. Like, he might pick up a USP just so he can drop Jane the AWP. Like, Sanji is so humble, and I love it.
Yeah, now Norbert and Mo are the two heavy fraggers on the side of K23. Now, I still remember Mo from all the way back when, same for Adren actually. They were, playing from Kazakhstan. They always had very high ping. They were playing officials with like 100 ping back in the day. It was quite impressive actually, because they kind of had to, change the playstyles up to it. Same goes for Voxic, for an example, used to playing from Turkey in the European tournament. So it's great how long these players have been in the scene already, and to watch them come up with a new lineup with some younger players, and then an entirely kind of unknown factor, Fame.
Fame. He's new kid on the block, got 1.15 HLTV rating. He's coming in from Russia. He is the second highest rated player on this K23 squad, and I really look forward to seeing what he's able to deliver to the team. Admittedly, K23 themselves, as we discussed earlier, are on not a massive slump, but they've let a couple of games slip that they really shouldn't have. And I mentioned earlier that game against Malian in the closed qualifiers, they lost 16-9. And it it wasn't really a close affair. And if they're losing to the much lower seeded teams than themselves, is this a cause for concern, especially up against, admittedly, a powerhouse in this competition, Virtus.pro?
Yeah, because, honestly, between this game, if I were to have to give a prediction, I would still, it's kind of hit or miss, this one. I would still say 2-0 for Virtus.pro, but it all depends on how K23 are going to be showing up. Now, They have some lovely pictures. You guys will be seeing that pretty shortly. They'll have a picture of Adren. More information about that later, but now we are going into the vetoes, and Virtus.pro have banned Nuke. What do you think about that?
That is Virtus.pro's instant ban at this point. I don't think they've played it at all in the past 3 months, and K23's ban of Vertigo is actually a little bit interesting, because Vertigo is Virtus.pro's worst rated map in the past 3 months, despite it formerly being their dominant one coming into the end of 2020, start of 2021. I think a VP pick of Mirage is perfectly standard, though. They've played only 4 maps on it recently, but a 75% win rate, and that has been against Tier 1 teams. On the flip side, Mirage is 10 maps played, a 50% win rate for K23, so that's probably the reason they didn't ban it. 50% over 10 maps is still pretty good, especially in the craziness of the Tier 2 scene.
Yeah, now K23 are going to be picking up Dust too. Well, statistically speaking, this is their best map, so very understandable. Now Virtus.pro, they're also not that bad on this map, but they've only played it 10 times and 40%. So next to Vertigo, that's their worst map for Virtus.pro. Now here we can see that Virtus.pro have banned Train. Now also very understandable. They're not the best on that map, and let's see what K23 will be banning now.
Just quickly referring back to Dust 2, that is quite interesting, because they made history on it recently against Ents, when winning a 15-3 deficit and coming back to win, I think it was 19-16 in overtime. And the fact that K23 don't ban Overpass, which is something that Virtus.pro previously held a reign of terror on Overpass. It was like their best map. They were guaranteed best in the world on it. That is interesting to see as well. I can see why they do ban Inferno, in fairness, though. It's their second best map, 13 maps played, a 69% win rate for Virtus.pro, and a 67% win rate over 15 maps for K23, but the caliber of teams they've been playing is so drastically different than this Virtus.pro squad.
Yeah, I mean, my prediction 2-0, I'm still going to stand by it, but it's so hard because the last game we've watched today between Fours and In-Game, that game, honestly, on any other day, I think it could have been way closer because both teams, they were just fragging it out, and that's just what you see in those CIS matchups. So I feel like it's either very dominant victory for one side or a very close game. I don't think there's an in-between for these lineups because it's the CIS playstyle, man, and I love it.
I mean, I love it as well. It's always a lot of fun. I think Virtus.pro are 100% going to win their map pick. K23 are definitely going to make it challenging for Virtus.pro on Dust 2. And despite Virtus.pro's decent performances on it recently, they are definitely looking worse on it than they did at the start of the year. And that's K23's golden opportunity to swoop in and take it. But I don't think if we go to 3 maps, K23 will be able to win Overpass because it's not the strongest map for them. Admittedly, it's their most played map in the past 3 months with a 55% win rate there and over 22. But Virtus.pro are just, they got something special going for them on Overpass.
Yeah, indeed, but it does look like we are going into the game right now between K23 and Virtus.pro. Definitely the game that everyone would have been looking forward to today, and well, same for me actually. Now Fame here, gonna be playing from behind ticket. Nealon is playing like a little bit of a ninja right there, the bomb site. Fame, what can he do right here to stop this Virtus.pro push? Sanji really planting in the smoke, but Nealon here can't hit a shot. Virtus.pro gonna find some kills already. Jaime here tapping away with a Glock, and now VP in a 5 versus 3. Adrenaline Norbert to go down to Kinder, and now what can K23 really do here?
I mean, not much. Norbert in a 1 versus 5 situation, it's a strikingly difficult situation to claw your way out of. Bomb's already gone down. He might get a kill onto Jaime here, but I honestly think he's just going to get hunted down by the CT players. Okay, he does see Jaime. Kick it now coming through the back lines, and it will be the AWPer to capitalize. And that is a flawless pistol round for Virtus.pro. They are looking on point so far. And if they can continue that level of pace, that level of precision going into the next round, then, well, we should be in for a pretty spicy game. I must say, I do quite like the profile pictures of Norbert and Neil in there. The Adren in the bear hat. But, ladies and gentlemen, do remember, if... well, the Parry Match is the betting partner of Epic League, and it gives viewers a special bonus for their first deposit. Click on the banner below the stream and make watching games more entertaining.
Now, how are the odds for this game?
How are the odds for this game? They're looking pretty good in the favour of VP, I'll be honest with you, White.
Yeah, I mean, did anyone really expect that? I think everyone. Oh, yeah. But not that extreme as the last game, honestly.
No.
So that's at least good for K23. Just goes to show a lot of people are believing in them. Or, well, more than last.
I mean, K23 are an admirable team. They've done a lot with what they've been given. And this is I don't know if we mentioned this, it's basically the core of the old Simon roster, or at least most of them. And then Adren is thrown in as well on top as the new IGL. And, they've got some great experience behind them. They've brought in some new young guns. They're trying to get something done with it. And in the meantime, Sanji's trying to get something done with the Mac-10 in the B apartments here, waiting to see if anyone will show him any signs of aggression, but not just yet. Jaime sneaking in with the AK-47, unawares that this is a 5-man stack on the B bomb site with just the pistols. Now that they've cleaned out the A site, though, I think they should be running backwards to pick up the bomb, and an easy second round on the board to Virtus.pro as the SMGs look to farm some money on B.
Yeah, now, in a great position right here. Could catch a Kinder off guard. Happen any second right here. This is the spot that don't really... Oh, you actually expect someone to be there. Your Kinder finds the kill. Is going to take out Norbert as well. And it's now going to fall back. We'll actually be trading SMGs. That is very smart because Kikert, if he had a Glil right there, he wouldn't get as much money as he does right now with the silenced MP5. Gets a few extra dollars for his efforts right here. Nealon to go down.
Wow.
And that is the second round for Virtus.pro. They're so damn in control of this one. But I do have to ask you, what do you think of the pictures of Norbert and Nealon?
No, I mentioned it very briefly in the previous round. I love them. This is
That's Adren,
absolutely
right?
beautiful. That is Adren wearing, I thought it was a bear hat originally. I realized now it's fake ponytails.
You can see his headset. Perhaps it's even a Christmas hat. No,
It
it does
don't
look
know.
like one.
I feel like we're reading far too much into this. In the meantime, about the last round, I just want to go into just the amount of respect I have for the nuances Virtus.pro bring into it. They, not only do they win the round flawlessly, but the swapping of the Galil with the SMG just so they could farm more money and build up the bank to get Jame and Orp as quickly as possible. It's just really, really perfectly thought out. And this is why they are a tier 1 team. Tell me if you would have thought of that yourself, or if you would have just gone in for the frags. Fame, though, does find a frag onto your Kinder, and that's a great opener. And now we have ourselves a competitive round, as VP are struggling to win out with their bonus.
Yeah, K23 have found the entry here. That's Fame. A rather new player to the scene. Now, would be absolutely incredible if K23 would be able to win this. Perhaps even to start to a beautiful run in the future. But, of course, they haven't won a round just yet. So, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. But yeah, switching out the Galil with the silenced MP5. Definitely pretty big. Definitely wouldn't have thought about that myself. I would just go hunt. Even if I had 5 HP, I'd just go for the kills, you know? No care in the world. But they think about everything. Every single amount of money counts.
Oh, and look at this.
Yeah,
it's been such
Busters.
a slow game from Virtus.pro. They draw the rotation to B, and Buster now jumps in to surprise Neelan from all the way up in vent room. Moo trades back onto kick it from down at the bottom of the stairs, but Jame is quick to trade straight on back. 3 versus 3 situation here. Sanji just about gets the bomb down. Doesn't realize that Jame is throwing them the AK. But communications then patch themselves up. Buster, very difficult fight against Fame here, and he uses the height advantage of short to his advantage now. 3 versus 2 on the retake, and VP have a lot to play for.
Sanji goes down to Norbert, and now Jame. Is it gonna be Jame time, as we like to say? Especially when he finds that AK. Ooh, he could... Nah. He's chilling on the couches. I mean, I accept that. I agree with him right there. Winning the round, definitely not possible there anymore. Player in stairs, a player in connector. He would have been toast. But now, Jame, gonna be chilling with the AK-47 on the couch. First round has been found for K23, and now let's see how VP are going to reply to this, because Jame does have an AWP now. I
was going to say, in the previous round, it may not have been an AWP, but it was still Jame time, and off the back of that save, they will now have a full roster of rifles. Yakinda, 4-1 as Jame goes 4-0. Will they be able to continue this hot streak going into round number 4 now that the boys have evened themselves up a bit? Fame, though, he is so aggressive, looking for those entry frags. He's like the reverse Yakinda for K23. Now Fame peeks out again, finds Buster through the edge of the smoke, and he's making this incredibly difficult for VP to take any sort of map control. That's 2 fantastic entries 2 rounds in a row, both of them against rifled players.
Yeah, this is definitely looking like a very competitive game so far now. Do keep in mind that VP are on the T side, so K23 of course expected to get more rounds on their CD side. Now, they are still in round number 4, and the round's still not over just yet. VP can definitely do something still, as they are looking to enter this A bomb site. Jame gets smoked off though, but there is still a minute and 1 second on the clock, so anything can already still happen. Now Sanji gonna go, ooh, misses the jump. I'm sure Fame must have heard that, even though he's a bit far away. He's holding that window angle, so the audio cue has been given out. Now VP are getting ready for this A split. Now let's see if Sanji can pull something off here.
And you said that there should be a K23 advantage since they're on the CT side, but Virtus.pro thrive on their T side. That is where they pick up the most rounds, especially when you sort of try and count them out. They will always pull off something miraculous. Well, except perhaps in recent times. Neelan, though, great position in sandwich, and if he goes unchecked, this could be the round. Jame, though, swings on in, doesn't quite be far enough, and Kick is there to trade him out. Sanji finds another, but Fame and Adren out of nowhere, bringing more frags to the table. Now a 2 versus 2. Players coming from CT and Jungle, and Sanji falls, meaning it's Kicker in the 1 versus 1 against Norbert. There's not enough time. That's a great spot, White, and K23 pick up a second round as Virtus.pro play themselves. They wait far too long for the execute, and although the AWP is saved, that's not too much of a consolation.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of giving me flashbacks from last game, VP, going for those aim duels, but they're not really finding the kills, though. Last game, when we were watching Force versus in-game, we saw Force just pugging it out, going for the aim duels. Now, I'm not saying Virtus.pro are pugging this, they're definitely not, but the kills are not looking as crisp as we would expect them to do.
The odds are still looking pretty crisp, though, for the Virtus.pro squad. A 1.22 to a 4. And, well, I think there's no cause for concern just yet, but if this trend continues, and again, if Fame is the one finding all of the entries, then Virtus.pro need to start worrying.
Yes, indeed. Now, 2-2. Time is taking 15 more seconds of freeze time. Can see that an AWP is dropped on the floor right there. Does look like an AWP, but well, Mo will be picking that one up.
Yeah, I think was Moo the AWPer for Gambit during their major run?
I honestly, I couldn't say, but I would have to guess yes, because I honestly wouldn't know who else. Oh, now Fame is gonna be running for Fame right there. Is gonna shoot Kickert in the head. That's definitely gonna help him with his follower count.
God, he's so aggressive, though. I mean, Fame, he does want to live forever, to quote a popular culture from...
You're with me, you're with me.
I'm with you. But, honestly, Virtus.pro, not looking good, especially now James gone down. He was the hero AWP for this one. But it's Moo to strike. And again, these are all perfectly competent players. Sanji does pick up the AWP, though, and he has been known to pull out a couple of tricks. But not this time around. The Akinda has snuck his way in towards jungle, and Vent hasn't been broken, which is actually a severe disadvantage for him. Means he can't go for the CT flank, and looks for the head of a Dren, but won't find it just yet. Still the 5 versus 3 for K23, and it's looking pretty damn good for them so far.
This is already looking like a much more competitive game than the last one we saw. Definitely not going to be counting K23 out at any point right now. Fame is going to Flying Buster. Makes it a 5 versus 2, and now Kinder is going to give us the eagle to Sanji. Now, it's in the little details. Love to see it. Sanji is going to be told to perhaps just go for frags and be a distraction. Now, I do see Kinder is coming in. Not really sure what the strategy here is. I guess Sanji is just going to go out. Just has a deagle, no armor. Definitely not really, can't really lose a lot. So I guess he was kind of like the distraction right there to make sure your Kinder could save that up.
I'd say so, yeah. And, well, this is a sort of typical strategy from Virtus.pro. Make sure the AWP is saved across at all costs. It's usually James the one doing it, but this time he is the one to go down second in the round. He will be dropping an AK-47 over towards Akinda. Hopefully he'll be able to find some entries going into this one. And also, VP need to change the pace up a bit. They've gone very, very deathly slow in both of the rounds that they lost, excluding the pistol, which was the one previous. And, well, K23 are more than capitalizing off of this. They're balancing the passive nature of Virtus.pro with huge aggression. Look, Neelan already towards short, got the gap in the smoke, and Fame not quite as aggressive as the previous round, but he's still up to his antics towards the T-ramp there. And Yakinda boosted across, takes tank damage, will survive the journey.
Yeah, run boost, unfortunately, not landing him a nice one-tap. Yakinda, though, looking to perhaps find a player in short, but no one will be peeking now. Virtus.pro currently putting 4 players in the T spawn, lining up some smokes. Perhaps looking to go towards that A-bomb site, but Fame here, as soon as he hears something, will be dropping that smoke. Does exactly that. And now with that MP9, if they do choose to go close to him, he will have some nice frags to find. But now, Virtus.pro getting ready for that A-take. Sanji here, looking for perhaps a gap in the smoke, not going to find anything. And with 48 seconds left, Virtus.pro are looking to make this A-split happen, but the flashbang comes in. Fame takes out Sanji. There is a player, though, behind enemy lines, that it's Kinder. Oh, Neelan, this time is going to be horrible for him. Virtus.pro going to find 2 kills, but Fame with the trade frags. Now we are in the 2 versus 2. With 30 seconds left, the bomb still has to go down, and Mo is holding it.
Yeah, time is ticking away, and this is one of the major problems for this squad. They let time tick down so close. and they go for the flashy plays right at the end. But Yakinda, a brilliant headshot on towards Norbert, means Moo is last alive, left to deal with this bomb plant, but James gets it secured. Now an AWP v AWP duel on this A bomb site as Yakinda pushes his way towards jungle. And now James scoping in towards his CT angle. Will he be able to hold off Moo? And it looks like Moo's actually going to continue going for this. He's made his way out into mid-site. And now edging his way back towards jungle. I think he knows there's not much time left. And wow, that's a brilliant shot on towards Yakinda.
Oh.
I think he's gone back for it again. Going towards the bomb, but James anticipates it, finds the shot, finds the kill, and finds the round. 3-3 now as it gets rather intense for VP. Letting the clock tick down all the way, but an excellent 3K from Yakinda and a finisher from James. Means they even the scoreline.
Yeah, Mo really reminds me of Mo. Where did he go? Remember Mo?
As in
North
American Mo?
Yeah.
Oh god,
he was supposed to stand in for Liquid, I guess. There was one time, right? Something happened with his plane, so it didn't. Well, not something happened with his plane, but his flight got delayed or something, so he couldn't do it. But I still remember Mo got like a Liquid jersey all the way back in the day, of course.
That was what,
play with him.
2015?
Yeah. I'm old. I know. but yeah, it just reminds me of him seeing that name. I was just wondering, where did he go? He's gone.
He just streams now. He's a bit of a controversial personality, to be honest.
Ooh.
Yeah, we'll get
Don't
into
talk
that
about
another
those.
time. I was going to say, it's hard to believe that you're 4 years older than me, though.
Yeah, I mean, with the way I act, you would expect the opposite. Like, you would honestly expect the opposite between the two of us. But yeah, I'm 4 years older. Damn.
My terribly unkempt beard tricks people into thinking that I'm older than I am. But James, can he trick Mo into thinking the coast is clear? Yes, he can. Swings on in, finds a kill. Norbert, though, waiting for that smoke to drop. But James, he's going to get pushed down, and the AWP is recovered. That's a great play there from Norbert. But what can he do with that AWP now is the question. Rotation drawn over towards the B bomb site as players head towards Palace. Fame is ready and waiting for Buster here. Will he find the frag?
Fame gonna find Buster now, looking for some more, but Kickard is gonna take him out. Now Nealon trying to find the frag, but you're able to get away now. VP about to execute on this A bomb site. But I don't have any smokes anymore, besides that one that just dropped, Jane. I fight Norbert. Nealon, though, with a trade now, is in a very difficult situation. James holding him down. As soon as he comes out, James should be able to find that frag. Now, Sanji is going to take out Nealon. And now Adren in a 1 versus 3.
You know, the situation is pretty dire when Adren is on the second AWP. It's not a weapon he plays very often. And obviously he wants to save this into the next round for his team, but VP, they've got the bomb site and they've got Adren cornered. If he heads back towards B, he's going to find a wonderful surprise of Kickert, and with just a USP in his hands, Kickert should win this one every day of the week. And Adren gets spotted. He's fast on the reactions, but not fast enough. And the HP really doesn't help him out. 4 on the board now to Virtus.pro as they overtake K23 by 1. It's not the end of the world just yet. It's still very closely competitive in these early stages. But VP looking to continue this streak as it's just the pistols for the CT side.
Do you remember what we saw last game, though? The score was very close to this, but at some point, one team just started running away with it all. Now, this still not yet out of the question, honestly. VP could still absolutely run over K23. Still possible. Never say never. But now,
I mean, this would be the prime time to do it with them just on the pistols.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is the round they have to find. James is gonna hit a fancy wallbang onto Fame. Not gonna live forever after all. Quickert, perhaps he can turn himself into Quickert if he comes in for a nice quick frag.
I think we're reaching at this point again, White.
Always.
I tell you who's reaching for their 5th round. It's going to be Virtus.pro as they push onto this A bomb site. The utility is excellent, and admittedly, they can't know it's just up against USPs. They've got to take every precaution possible. Sanji finding Nealon, and also spots Norbert, pulls out his knife and the bomb. But thankfully, his teammates are there to support him, and now Adren. Every single person alive in the server until his death was a former member of Virtus.pro. And fun fact, Adren was actually a member of the original Virtus.pro pre-Golden 5, like pre-Pasha Biceps, Neo Taz. He was on there with, I think it was Dosia and Guardian. Very old lineup for VP. That was 2013, 2014.
Thank you. You're making me feel less old now. Nah, just kidding. All very young souls in this server, otherwise you wouldn't be able to hit those crisp shots. Personally, my reaction time is not even close to being as quick as them now. Buster is finding a gap in the smoke. Tran and Fame looking to perhaps come in. Buster. This is gonna all go down to finding the Kinder down to 3 HP. Buster finds the first. Can't quite find the second. Fame comes in with a trade. And we got a 4 versus 4 and Kicker comes out as well. Takes out Fame. And now it's down to Moo.
He sees the barrel of Sanji's rifle as well. He doesn't expect quicker, but it's not going to matter. Sanji thankfully able to trade. Now the 3 versus 2, but Yakinda is clinging on to a glimmer of life right now. The flash comes over towards CT, and Sanji will begin the bomb plot. Norbert starts spraying him down, and that will alert Yakinda to his position, but he does surprisingly little damage. Only about 2 bullets from that spray connect. He will now be pushing out, gets spotted by Jame, and Yakinda falls to Nealon as he comes back through connector. Sanji in the sandwich, forces Nealon off the stairs angle. He can find a spray down here, but no, he doesn't expect them, and Jame above the smoke means a 6th on the board for Virtus.pro, and these rounds are becoming incredibly close, incredibly competitive. VP is just clinching them towards the end with superior positioning.
Yeah, it's not really one-sided, it's just VP coming out ahead. If you want to come out ahead, you have to decide who to bet for. Personally, I think VP, but we're not here to give betting advice. We are here to tell you about Perry Match. Go to their website and get your bonus for the first deposit.
Fancy stuff indeed. And do you know what else is fancy? This rush from Virtus.pro towards middle. They've already got a decent amount of apps control. They should deny Moo any presence there if he pushes off the balcony, and Nealon will go down towards short. This B split can come in. They've also got a man in the back lines ready to come and pick up the bomb, and also holding that rear flank from the A bomb site. Adren takes a bullet from the AWP as well, not putting him in the best spot to defend anywhere. He's all the way over on the A bomb site, gets tagged down from short. Making his rotation towards jungle, VP will need to be careful of this, but now the execution begins, and Norbert, what a headshot to start off the defense.
Yeah, now Mo is still hiding here in the bomb site. He's gonna... Oh no, you hate to see it. Does find a kill, but him not hitting that shot instantly makes sure that he can't get away with more end kickers. Gotta hit those headshots, son. Ends up finding it. That's a bit difficult, but when you go up against those Deagles, you can get away with that. But yeah, Virtus.pro, they're winning the round 7-3, but I still have to say, when watching Force play earlier today, they were looking way more crisp.
I don't know what it is. I think it was the sort of just overconfidence of the Force squad up against what is a tier 3 team.
I wouldn't call it
K23 is... What was that?
I wouldn't call it overconfidence because it was well-placed confidence.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a fair enough point. The high levels of confidence, more than they would normally have going into an official.
Oh, yeah.
Because, yeah, they were clearly the better team. They knew they were the better team, and they were, having friendly conversations with the people on the opposition. And it had a much more casual feel to the match as a whole. This one is already far more tense, and the situations that Virtus.pro have been put in are something that the ESEA main team of in-game would never have been able to put them in. Force never felt any discomfort in that last game outside of maybe the first 5 rounds on Mirage. Virtus.pro have been made to feel very uncomfortable in a plethora of rounds here. They've just been fighting very, very hard, tooth and nail, to get out of them. And again, Yakinda could go down to Moo, but a bit of a late reaction there.
And now Virtus.pro are looking to come into the bomb site. Norbert is going to find it first, but goes down already, and Norbert here can't survive. Can't hold on, and that's going to be the B bomb site in full control of Virtus.pro. And K23 here have to make a difficult decision to save. It is 8-3, but if they lose these weapons, they're not going to be able to come in for the buy. And Yakinda knows this. As fast as lightning finds the first, and is going to find the second onto Adren. This must absolutely crush the confidence of K23. VP are looking so damn good, and we're talking about ESEA main. a bit earlier, but what I do want to say is K23 are in ESEA Advanced. You wouldn't think of it because 4 of them have been at majors. You have 2 major winners, 1 a major MVP, but yeah, they're in ESEA Advanced. Now, Virtus.pro haven't landed their spot in ESL Pro League just yet because they're not a partner team, but let's just say I think they're going to get invited based off the world ranking points.
Yes. Wait, are they not a partner?
Well, I just checked. I may be wrong on this, but I checked their team page and they don't have ESL Pro League in their upcoming events. So that would mean that they will get selected for the event based off their world ranking points.
I think they should still be safe at the moment, and especially because they came 7th, 8th at the last one, unless something drastic happened, like a loss here to K23.
There's 8 spots for the world rankings, and well, you don't really have to take into account all the other teams in the top because they're already in because of the whole partner thing.
Yeah. So either way, Virtus.pro are looking good. A lot better in terms of scheduling than K23 as well. Yeah. K23 have been forced to play so many officials in the past couple of weeks, just as most of the Tier 2, Tier 3 scene have, just to secure themselves a sort of regular spot in the higher rankings echelons of HLTV. Moving on, though, from statistics, Yakinder entries onto Adren. Adren having a terrible game so far. He really can't find anything. He's just being hammered to pieces, and Yakinder actually getting his kill stolen by Sandy through the edge of the box as the execution continues towards this A bomb site. Yakinder finding another one to Norbert. So Moo is now the only man left. 1 versus 5 with a Desert Eagle from jungle. And it's not looking too good for him, I'll be honest for you. Virtus.pro, hot on the heels of these K23 players, are now on for a 9th.
And these are also the first 2 maps we saw in our earlier game. So are we living in a simulation? No?
I wouldn't say so just yet, I'll be honest with you. Not yet.
Yeah, I mean, the last map is, of course, Overpass right now, I think. Yeah, Overpass in the last game. It was Nuke, but didn't get played. But yeah, Overpass, definitely going to be a good one for Virtus.pro, as you said earlier. Now, round number 13.
Look at those kill stats, White, though.
Oh.
1 in 10 on Adren, and 3 in 11 on Neelan. Norbert not doing too much better either.
Yeah,
this is why there's a big separation in scoreline.
Yeah, for sure. Fame is going to find the entry on the bus. Lots of kills going down here in the panels, but Adren comes out ahead, though. Just as I say that, Yakinder finds his teammate Neelan. Now Yakinder has to find a kill right now. Oh, he's going to do exactly that now. Norbert is going to hold on to the B-bomb site. And now Jame, 1 versus 3. You know what time it is.
It's Jame time, baby. I've been wanting to say that for a long time, but perhaps not the save.
It's
now
clutch time.
To a 1 versus 2. It's clutch time. He's going towards the B bomb site though, which is where the stack is lying in wait. Adren though is now the only man on this B bomb site to withstand the storm of Jame. I'll be honest, I fancy Jame in this 1 versus 1 situation. Adren really not feeling it, and no doubt his confidence massively shaken as he was put on the second AWP. As I said, it's always a worrying sign when Adren is the man on the secondary AWP. Jame, though, hasn't spotted the head just yet. He continues to push in through the apartments. If he finds this kill, the round is near 100% guaranteed. Oh, my goodness. The head barely noticeable, and Adren is going to find the clutch for K23. Valiant effort from Jame, but it's a bridge too far for him. Also pointing out that Yakinder already has 16 kills to his name, as Kickit has 12. And it's a stellar couple of performances from them. Can they keep them up as they look to round out the half? It's already the penultimate round of the first half. This has been a game of fast and slow.
Yeah, indeed. Now, K23 looking to perhaps come back into this one. Virtus.pro now putting 4 players in front of the A-bomb site. There's a show that they want to get this round done and over with, and Kicker is going to find the entry. Will they expect Adren to be sitting here on top of wood? So, is going to come out, goes down to Kickard. And now, a 4 versus 3 for Virtus.pro. K23, once again, not really in the best of financial situation, so if Mo goes down here, that should be it. That should be the save call, but we're not there just yet. They're still looking to find some kills, and I don't think VP know that they are this close to the bomb site. 2 kills going away. Make that 3. K23 and Jane now 1 versus 3. 1 versus 2 now. Could this be the clutch he was looking for in his last round?
It's looking good so far. He finds the first. And, that's a risky weapon pickup there. Gives up his position entirely, and Norbert swings on in after he hears it drop to the floor. 5 on the board now to K23, and they'll be looking for a 6th here off of a salvaged economy. They keep the AWP over. They manage to get rid of James. And, well, yeah, as I said, win the round as a result. As we head into number 15, VP still have a 4-round lead. Will they be able to find double digits in their first half?
Yeah, that is a question we're all asking, but a double AWP setup on the T side now, that is very interesting. Also with the fact that James isn't really the most aggressive AWPer, so perhaps Kickit is going to be able to deliver on that front. Now, just as I say that, he does find the entry onto Mu. That is great to see. Great that I at least know something of this game. Dren is going to punish James, though. Makes it a 4 versus 4. Now, can see that Kickit has dropped the AWP, though. Only just wanted to go for that Palace peak. Now, after an AWPer doesn't want to deal with that weapon. Now, Nealon could find a huge lineup onto the connector players if he just moves a bit to the right. But now, VP already in full control of the A-bomb side. Is this a save? Or what?
Bomb
or
is in a Bomb is in a weird place though. Bomb is bolting it towards B. Kick it. Hello? I think he's going underpass. He's going underpass. It's okay. Crisis has been averted. K23 are no longer in the driving seat. Well, the man in the driving seat is the one running around with the bomb at the speed of light and Adren. He's made a scope sound. The flashbang is beautiful from Buster. Yakinda swings right on in. And now Fame is next to be tested by the firing squad as it's Sanji decapitating Norbert with a 7.62 round, and Fame in the 1 versus 4 in the last round of the half. It's not going to come to anything as Yakinda again takes his head clean off, finishing the half with 18 in 7 as his KD. Goodness me, Yakinda. When he's on form, he's really on form. And I saw people in chat bringing up the point that Adren is a major winner. Adren is a former major MVP. Like, he has so much lineage behind him in Counter-Strike, but for the past 2 years, he has not been the same Adren.
Yeah, I do have to agree with you on that. Now, you do say for the past 2 years. Actually, 2 years ago, I did get a signature of him when he was on FaZe.
Oh my goodness, FaZe Adren, what a time!
Yeah, that was during Katowice that I got that one. I think, no, not straight after. I think that was his first event with him. Now we're going back in time.
And then Neo filled in for him afterwards. Another very weird timeline.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, indeed. Or was it Dren's last event? I don't know, because FaZe didn't really do a lot back then, so it isn't something that we
still don't do much now.
Keep thinking about. But yeah, go to Parry Match. Go and perhaps bet on this bet game. Click on the banner below. Now, we are live with the second pistol round. Mo is looking to come in, but Buster is here and he's about to bust K23 for their crimes against humanity. Flashbang is going to come in. Buster attack Nealon down to 84 HP. Has been tagged out of 40, so he is going to be falling back a bit. Ooh, that could have been a nasty one-shot. Now the X-Ray always teasing us. Norbert is not going to tease Yakinda because he's just going to shoot a bullet straight through his skull. And now K23 in the driving seat.
Well, they are indeed, but the positionings of Virtus.pro are very weird. Kickits has cleared the entirety of middle, and James could be met with Fame in just a moment if he's not careful. And look at this, he's going back up middle. If they peek him as a unit, he's definitely going to fall, and as he does, yeah, Kickit gets his face caved in by a nice bit of lead. Now the 5 versus 3 for K23 should come into fruition if they push now. However, they are running into the stacked bomb site. What can Buster do from this position? As his teammate will fall and he himself gets decapitated.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but Virtus.pro are not really looking snappy on the aiming department. Not really hitting the nice headshots we would expect to see. Famed up. Coming in the back. James going to be unable to make James time happen. He's going to be very angry about that one. He is going to get hunted down. That's the 6th round for K23, and they're about to keep this nice and competitive. But something I do want to comment on, just completely outside of the game, is that I really appreciate casting with like the default HUD once in a while, because you know it's just back to the basics. It's what we, it's the known. It's what we trust. It's from Valve, our lovely company.
Well, yeah, it is indeed. And something else I want to raise back to inside the game. Both pistol rounds have been flawless for opposite sides of the spectrum. Virtus.pro win the first one with 5 alive, and K23 do exactly the same in the second. And Jane will be on the scout. They forced up as they typically do in CIS these days. What can he get done with it, though? Up against 2 AKs, a Galil, 2 MAC-10s. I mean, the first 2 rounds of the game were near perfection from Virtus.pro, and then that's when things started to slow. They did find double digits in the first half. That's going to do them a lot of favours. Will they be able to pull off a 4-spy win here on the CT side?
Yeah, now, James with his trusty scout. What can he do with that? Udo. Be finding anyone? Buster. Ooh. Gonna be dropping silently. Oh, this guy is a ninja. An absolute ninja. Now your Kinder is gonna find Moo right there. Makes it a 5 versus 4. And now K23 looking to take control of middle, but VP already with the upper hand. Now Norbert. Looking towards connector. Will be smoked up. Just imagine if a shot right there, your Kinder is going to do exactly that. Yeah, the timing is huge. James finds Norbert and Buster right here in a huge position. Is going to find a Dren. Comes out. And now Nealon all by his lonesome on the B bomb side. Is going to find a kill. But what can he really do?
He's trapped and the bomb is in firm possession of the CT's already up short. I mean, a Nealon 1v3 would definitely be a spicy way to start off this half. But Buster finds a headshot with a rifle he's just picked up. And VP with, a lackluster amount of weaponry, a very rocky bite, are going to decimate this K23 squad and take away both of their AK-47s.
What was that, VP? Check their devices. This is not normal.
This is not normal or something.
Round number 18. Now K23 have to go for the eco. Glocks, as they like to call it. They're in North America. Not really a lot of those CSGO players there anymore. Went to another game, but EU and CIS, we still have all the greats. James is going to find a kill onto Norbert, so makes him sit this round out for a bit. Now K23 with the 4 Glocks. What do you think? Do you think they can win this round? Easy, right?
I mean, if they won this round, I would be deathly surprised. But
would you eat your shoe?
I will eat a shoe if K23 eat this round. There you go. We'll spice things up a bit, just like you can spice up your match experience with Parry Match. There we go. I like tying things back in. And now with the 5 versus 4, K23 have my internal organs on the line. As they look to win out a round with just 4 Glocks. They are taking it incredibly slowly. And, who else but Yakindar is walking straight into the danger zone. They're about to run boost the Glocks over in towards middle. Yakindar holds the angle. He's going to find the first. Can he find the second? He's tapping away. His kicker finds another. He does go down to the Glock of Moo, but James is there to pick things up. My intestines are saved as a VP in round number 12. They have a 6-round lead now, and K23 are struggling to get off their feet. Adren has found 4 more kills since the last time I checked his scoreline, but 5 in 14 is still not particularly admirable. On the flip side, Yakindar is going 20 in 10 as Kickit goes 19 in 7.
I was really looking forward to watching you eat that shoe. Now, perhaps it will happen in another game. Now, James peeking middle. He's going to get smoked off. Now the nades will come in. So, yeah. Oh, Nealon, what a headshot there onto your Kinder. That is really what they call a Ferrari peeking. K23 are going to be pushing the A-bomb sight off of the back of that, but now a 4 versus 2 and kickered. Oh no, the timing there is absolutely horrible. Adren is going to find a beautiful headshot. James is going to miss, and Adren certainly still has a chance into this one, even though it's a bit slim. 1 versus 3, James and Buster on very low HP, and Sanji on a UMP.
I mean, this is all very true. Adren has the utility to make this work as well. If he can find the player in CT here and maybe make his way towards jungle, because he is being flanked, and I fear for him if Sanji peeks on in. I know he does have a UMP, but I feel like if he chucks a grenade and then they swing as a unit, there's not much chance for Adren here. Smoke will go down towards Connector, and unfortunately that's not going to deal with any of these Virtus.pro players, but that's a wonderful headshot towards Sanji. Now the 1 versus 2, and the health is less than admirable here for the VP squad. Adren takes the plant and then goes for the other side of the bomb site, and oh, look at this from James. He's running all the way around to short to see if he can catch him rotating in. He might just find this kill if Adren is not careful. He will be holding stairs for the meantime, though. And Buster slowly peeking his way in from jungle. This would be a fantastic clutch and a much needed one from Adren if he was able to find it. Still the 1 versus 2. Health still dire on the side of these CT players, but no! He peeks into the AWP of Jame. And they know their health is low, but they don't give up on the round. They continue holding those angles, something that not a lot of players would have the patience for. And off the back of that, a brilliant attempt by Adren. But Virtus.pro find their 13th.
Yeah, I wanted to call it a mistake, but honestly, in Adren's shoes, what the hell would you want to do right there? You are in a 1 versus 2. You're gonna want to look for a 1v1 because otherwise, they're both just gonna come in close and then you can't do anything because you're gonna have 2 players shooting at you. So I respect his decision to peek there. Just a bit unfortunate that Jame was holding it down right there. And Jame, talking about him, is gonna be peeking middle. He's gonna get smoked off as usual. And now K23 looking to perhaps go towards B. Jame. Always. Wait, did he actually? Yeah, he tagged Norbert through the box right there.
No. He hit Norbert with a grenade.
All right. The X-ray was
no panic.
The X-ray was making me panic for a bit. Now Adren gonna throw a molly to Shaw, but look at the ladder room. There's a player up there, or is X-ray baiting me again? No, there is one.
No, there is a player up there, and now there's a man advantage for Virtus.pro as K23 have force spot into this round, but to not much avail thus far. Buster cuts down Nealon in his tracks, and now the AWP of Jane from Market sees Adren on the Tech 9, but Adren, that's a great kill towards Buster. That's an AK retrieved, and now a 3 versus 2. A site retake on the cards for Virtus.pro as Moo goes to plant the bomb safely. Adren now peeks straight back in towards Market, sees the head of Yakindar, won't take it off as Jane peeks straight back in and kick it seals the deal onto Moo. Virtus.pro now 14-6 against K23. This is the squad they defeated in IEM New York to start their string of Tier 1 success in 2020. Will this be the deciding factor for strings of success in 2021 as well?
I honestly find it so crazy because looking back at that earlier game of today, now the score is starting to look like it could perhaps be exactly the same, but the game definitely isn't as one-sided as it may look. K23 definitely playing out of their mind. I mean, not necessarily out of their mind because they're not really, doing that well 6 rounds, but they're really finding some nice kills and putting themselves in some great positions, but just to get things over the finishing line, it's a bit too tough of a task, and Jame finds the collateral right there. He's just styling on them with the AWP. Is he about to bunny hop in the next round, perhaps? Reminds me of vintage JW.
A vintage JW. What a throwback. I tell you what, though, K23, as much as they are less of a two-dimensional team than in-game, they did lose very recently to I believe it's Malian, and they are ranked far below them in the global rankings. And that was in the close qualifier for this event. And the fact that K23 weren't invited to this event in the first place, they were under Trident on the call list. Because they have had a bit of a fall from grace, but Norbert, that's no fall from grace. That's a headshot out of nowhere. Excellently done by him. But look at Yakindar. He's already ready to receive. He finds the first trade, not the second, but Nealon down to 8 HP. Now a 4 versus 3 for K23, and the best chance they've had it around in quite some time, but the util rains on down. Fame doesn't care. Find a frag on to kick it, and now the 4 versus 2 situation for K23.
I am a believer in this comeback right now. I believe. Now Fame is gonna find a headshot onto Yakinder. Sanji now 1 versus 4. Fame is gonna take him out, and now I was looking a bit at the chat earlier, and someone called him a bit like art, Russian art, or the CIS art.
I feel like I understand where he's coming from, but he uses rifles rather than SMGs.
Yeah, he's actually Russian.
So yeah, he is Russian.
Because I don't want to call someone that is from another country and say he is Russian, but yeah, I was right.
No, I was going to say, I don't necessarily agree with the fact that he's a Russian art because he uses the rifle rather than the SMG and the AWP. But Moo, on the flip side, going for those tricky AWP entries towards that A-ramp, will fall off as he doesn't catch the timing. But look at Norbert, though. He's so aggressive. That's a brilliant headshot on towards Yakindar. 5 versus 4 situation again for K23. And Virtus.pro's momentum has slowed down a little. Their economy not looking fantastic. And if K23 take this round, that could be a spiral towards double digits.
Yeah, Adren here in connector. He's looking to perhaps go towards A. Where's the bomb carrier on top of middle dome? Moo looking to peek into connector. Yeah, sorry.
No, I was going to say, I thought that was a man in ladder. He's in underpass, but
All right.
James, good lord, he has 2 targets to pick from. Finds one, and Fame is going to kill his teammate.
That's some tough love. And Sanji coming in from short. Could he hold on to this? Sanji right here could be winning this first map for his team. Now, Kicker definitely can't because he's sticking around on 8. Looked like he was gonna pull off the slowest flank ever. Oh, he could still come in for the slowest flank ever. But Sanji,
God,
Fame.
Sanji.
He's not going to live forever, especially not if he's going to miss his shots now. 2 versus 2. Sanji is in control of the bomb. And with 25 seconds left, I know why Kickard is on the A-bomb site. Because Sanji, he just has to survive for like 10 seconds. And then the round is won. Now, Adren is going to pick the bomb. But yeah, Kickard fires off in the smoke. And this could be all and over with. No, Dylan is going to get to that B-bomb site just with enough time. And now it's time for the clutch of Kickard. Or, well, not a clutch. Who knows?
Well, 1 versus 1 now. It's an intense situation, and Nealon has so much on the line. This is the first map. This 1 kill will decide who takes Mirage, and Kickard picks up the AK-47, slowly edges his way towards the bomb site. Nealon hiding in forest. It's a bit of an off angle. More of an interesting one than bench alone. And the timing as Kickard slips round just out of view. And he sees the kill, but doesn't find it. Nealon instead spinning round, decapitating poor old Kicker, and K23. They're kept alive by a beautiful clutch. And now 15-8 to Virtus.pro, but K23 have the momentum and they have the bank balance.
Yeah, this is starting to look good. Now James does have an op, so perhaps he could pull off the incredible with that. Now, he's going to buy armor in the smoke. Ooh, I like this. I like this. This is what I like to call a simple buy, because only he is as crazy to pull something off and make it actually work. Now let's see if James can do it as well. Now Kindar with the USB looking to come towards a ramp. Trendo holding it down. Now VP, minute and 32 seconds left. They're gonna want to do everything with his op now. James not really playing aggressive, not really going for the entries, and that is something that you would kind of expect from a play like this, or well, a buy like this.
Well, you say that, but he is the sort of passive hero warper when it comes down to these situations. And I mean, Virtus.pro have a weird knack of winning rounds like this. So if they can keep the AWP long enough to have a massive impact at the end of the round after they really strike fear and hesitation into the hearts of K23, I feel like that's when James is the most effective, when everyone thinks they're in a secure position and then a shot rings out from nowhere and then your teammate falls to the floor next to you. That's when the panic really sets in. And now a gamble B-stack. This could be huge. James just narrowly misses a collateral, but Buster finds a kill with the USP. And as I said, Virtus.pro have a weird knack for winning these rounds. Adren spins back on in, finds a headshot onto Kicker, finds another onto Yakindar. It's down to a Deagle and a USP. And James is going to deliver on the AWP. Now a 2 versus 2, but Adren has gone huge.
I was about to say not like this, but Buster can still not do it. Mo is going to shoot him in the head. Then it's going to be the 9th round for K23, and this comeback still could be a possibility. You know, we could go all the way into overtime. Make this a very long and nice game. Of course, Virtus.pro and their fans not going to want that. Now, 4 more seconds left to freeze time. The AWP is going to get picked up by Mo. Now, let's see. 9 to 5, 15. Who's going to be picking window? VP, James now with the Hero Scout goes down, and now 4 versus 5. I think this could be double digits for K23.
Oh, 100%. Adren has decided to wake up, and admittedly he's left it quite late, but it's incredibly impactful. In that last round alone, he was godly, but Yakinda, nice headshot to Mu, will be removed by Fame. Perhaps infamous at this point in the names of the Virtus.pro squad. Fame, another onto Kicker, and now it's the double deagles of Sanji and Buster in a 2 versus 4 situation. Not looking particularly promising. The only saving grace for them is that the bomb has not yet been picked up, and it could be coming down middle. But even still, looking like they might even want to save towards CT spawn. Buster, that is a pixel jump I have never seen before.
Interesting. Volvo, please fix. We don't want any pixel surfers in the server. Not allowed. What was that? A pixel boost? What was it called back in the day?
Pixel boost. It still is.
Oh yeah, you gave it to right. Yeah, you gave it to right term. My bad. But yeah, that was like, back in the day, like 2014, there was like this whole thing with Olofmeister, and then their opponents actually had a pixel boost themselves as well. So
Yeah, you really are an old man, though, White. Like back in my day.
All right, yeah. All right. Back to the game now. You're making me feel even older. No,
Sanji.
Show us,
Is he trying to bait out people to push in so he can fake a ninja defuse? I think that was the plan, but instead he goes down to the bomb. Oh, Sanji. It was a valiant effort. But now this is where Virtus.pro need to show up to the plate. They need to really, fully invest into this one and come out on top. Otherwise, K23 stand a dangerous chance of making a full comeback. There is only 5 rounds in it now, and Mirage is a game of comebacks.
Oh yeah, definitely is. JM currently on 25 kills and 10 deaths. What a score from the ARPer of Virtus.pro. But Norberto is going to peek into middle. But JM won't be there waiting for him. Now, let's see. K23 playing this one quite passively. Sending a Dren down into the tunnel. He's going to perhaps line up a smoke any second now, but wants to figure out if someone is in connector. We'll be throwing a smoke there, and K23 setting themselves up for a B split. Now, if you look at the money of Virtus.pro, if they lose this round, they're once again going to be on a very weak buy or an eco.
Yeah, and now there's so much on the line here, but Sanji, is he the man to get it done? Finds the first, dropping a smoke. No, it's going to miss. Thankfully, Buster's there to pick things up, and Buster finds another, as Fame's only good for a singular trade. Now the 4 versus 2 will continue to come in, and Yakinda, taking down Mood. I mean, it's all down to Fame, and he is an incredible player, but a 1 versus 4, that's a bridge too far. Deal is sealed by Buster. And ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves our winners. Virtus.pro, an excellent opening match there. They take their own pick of Mirage, and next we're going to be on to Dust 2, where I think it's going to be an equally competitive game, if not more so.
Yeah, indeed, Dust 2, honestly. I mean, it is the map pick of K23, but it's just that CIS battlefield. It's also the same server, the same map as the deathmatch server. So, every player knows from Dust 2, and honestly, Dust 2 is going to be the map that everyone will kind of be better at aim-wise because of the fact that it's the deathmatch map. You don't actually think about stuff like this, but this is the map every single player will spend the most time on this map, even though they insta-ban it, perhaps.
I will have to agree with you there, but I feel for different reasons because, I mean, whilst it is the deathmatch map and all that, this is a map that Virtus.pro and K23 are very comfortable on. And being from the CIS region, I don't know what it is that attracts the CIS players to this map so much, but it is the map pick for a sort of CIS matchup. And admittedly, European teams are sort of slowly edging their way back into it. G2 got scared off, but instead teams like Sprout and Ensa picked it back up. But it doesn't usually end too well for them, as Virtus.pro proved with the 15-3 comeback win to win 19-16 in overtime. As someone very kindly pointed out in the chat, that was ESL Pro League in the final match of the group stage. But I think K23 do stand a good chance on their own map pick, especially if they've been doing the proper preparation. And if a Dren can show up from the beginning like he did towards the end of that second half, they stand a great chance of at least really packing a punch in this next map.
And you were talking about G2 staying away from this map. Well, I could understand why, because on the A bomb site, you can actually plant a bomb on top of the site, right? So that may be getting a bit too complicated for them to get that defuse in. So I understand why they would stay away from it. But nah, just kidding. All staying serious, Dust 2, a great map in the Counter-Strike scene, and it's not being removed. No, it was Train. Train was the one to go. Everyone thought it would be Mirage. People were like, remove Dust 2, remove Mirage. But no, it was Train to go. Now, Ancient coming in next month. But enough about that. We are going into a break right now because we will be coming to you pretty soon with Map 2, Dust 2, between Virtus.pro and K23.
There are only a few seconds to close this round. A headshot. Nice. Fist bumps go to the teammates.
I wanna hear your go, go, go. Make them feel your smashing blow.
Oh, you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill.
Can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. Going with the gut, never had a doubt, felt like this is just a must. Put me in perspective, I'm the deepest in the cut. Everybody tuning in, but this is just for us now. We know I ain't ballin' yet, hoes wanna holler, oh no, I don't call them back. Girl, let me see you hold it down, we gon' have a blast. Cause I just wanna know what you gonna do with all of that. Ain't gotta say a word, I know what's up. You can have it all, watch me rip it off. I'll admit it, you got me feeling hella loved. Even when it's going down, know that we gon' live it up. Young shot caller, always been a baller. Know that you the one, I can feel it in my heart, yeah. I won't stop charging, we go and come harder. I can see you and I, way beyond the stars, girl. I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. It feels right. It feels right.
There are only a few seconds to close this round. A headshot. Nice. Fist bumps go to the teammates.
I wanna hear your go, go, go. Make them feel your smashing blow. Win the round. Rise to fame. Hold the ground.
Pretty much. They play, you win.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back once again to Epic League. And, well, it's Virtus.pro versus K23, two CIS powerhouses in their own right. But who will come out on top in the second map? Dust 2 is up next. It's the map picker K23. And, well, we have ourselves quite the show.
Yes, indeed. Now, for the last map on Mirage, it was, well, I want to say part of it was quite one-sided, but towards the end, K23 definitely were trying to make the comeback happen. It definitely could have happened in another universe, but it definitely looked a lot more competitive than the first two games we have seen today. Now, stats-wise, we did see Yakinder, Jame, and Kickert all show up very well, all have an above 1.4 HLTV rating in those games, or well, in that game. So they all showed up, and I think that's one of the things that made it look so good for VP, is that they all just showed up.
Yeah, and Dust 2 is a bit of James' playground as well, especially when holding down that A-long angle. And I think the double AWP setup is something we might be seeing coming in from Virtus.pro on this map pick. It's something they have done in the past, and I believe it's Buster who picks up the second AWP, and he's quite nifty with it towards mid and over towards the B bomb site. In fact, the whole of Virtus.pro is relatively nifty with every weapon. This is being biased, by the way. Even Sanji does have his moments on the big green, and Nikindar, as the FPL pug star that he was before he joined up onto Virtus.pro, has been quite nifty and aggressive. And he's more like the sort of Russian art than I'd say Fame is. But at the same time,
I was going off the shot though. It wasn't my own statement. I was.
No, that's fair enough. But going on to the K23 side, Fame is a very promising young talent. He's not someone I know very much about. There's something I'm definitely going to have to look into is where he's come from and his playstyle, because he's doing absolutely fantastically for the K23 squad right now.
Yeah, he used to play on SG.pro, and I'm going a bit into the history of them. And there was a lot of those, the cups like 9 to 5,
Yeah.
Aiden Arena Multivine, like all those cups they played in Vulcan Fight Series. Snow Sweet Snow won regionals actually. So in his last team, he definitely played a lot of those tier 2, tier 3 competitions. But we are now going back in the game. Fame is gonna show us what he has learned in those cups I was just talking about.
Yeah, and hopefully it's a decent amount, because Virtus.pro is a challenging team to come up against. And the fact that he's putting up one of the best fights of his team is really, really impressive. It's like Yakindar came to Virtus.pro from Pro 100, or Pro Stu, as I believe it was pronounced. And that he was sort of like a hidden talent pickup, the same way that Na'Vi have now got bit from their academy roster. Fame is looking to become something similar if he keeps up like this. However, he has just been dinked by an aggressive Glock. And in fact, no, a passive Glock. That is, of course, T-Spawn. He's already run all the way through the T-Spawn from B bomb site. And that gives up a lot of information to K23. So if Virtus.pro want to go, they really got to go now. And that's exactly what they do. Smoke's raining on down. They're going to cover the cross. USP's peek on in, but the PT50s have the advantage until Norbert decapitates. And oh my goodness me, the flurry of fragging K23. They're winning all of their fights, and it's all down to Buster 1 versus 4.
Holy. K23 showing us that Dust 2 is their playground. Buster now in a 1 versus 4 is going to reload his P250. Will be coming in right here. Oh, right here. Oh, that is what you like to see. All peeking at the exact same time. Buster was able to shoot Fame's head straight off, but unfortunately nothing more A lot of people peeking him right there, but make sure to go to Parry Match to get your bets in. You can see that the odds of Virtus.pro aren't as one-sided anymore. And if you do go to their website, you can get your bonus for your first deposit. Go to their card right under the banner and perhaps go to the site.
That is, of course, the map 2 odds. Only 1.62. I believe that's a 2.2 over VP. But yeah, Kindar, you madman, jumping through fire and flame to find the all-important entry and put another man in mood down to a single point of health. And Buster coming in to play cleanup. Could kill him with that flashbang he has in his hand. Moo isn't careful, but kick at 1 Deeks Nealon, and now the 4 versus 3. But Adren is there to help play cleanup. And if they don't deal with this pit player quickly, then they could be at a severe disadvantage.
Oh yeah, VP can still definitely do this. I mean, Moo does have the bomb, but now Buster and James coming in. 2 versus 2 though. But look at the position of Fame. I don't know what he's doing. He's looking to come out and help his teammate though. Looking to flank the flanker. But James coming in from the A-bomb site. If he comes out quickly, could catch Moo off guard. Is going to do exactly that. Now Fame coming in from behind. How will the timing go? It goes great for him. Finds the headshot onto Buster, and now we are left at a 1 versus 1. Fame picks up the Galil, and all he has to do is wait right here. Doesn't have to give James an angle to play with, because the scout will definitely come out ahead in long range here. Ooh, gets the tag up. 1 versus 1. Fame down to 30 HP, and James 43. What's happening here, Tom?
I mean, that's a brilliant Molotov to delay. He knows that time is low, and if he just tucks, he should have the advantage. Ooh. But James, he's so quick! Oh my goodness! An equalizing round picked up as James finds an A1S, and goodness me, I did not expect that round to still go to VP. It's a great sort of entry from Yakinda. The follow-up from Kickit and Buster is fantastic. Then Adren does so much in that round with the double kill. I thought that was a K23 round every day. James, though, the man of the hour, comes into clutch on up. Virtus.pro still keeping things competitive, and he's been dropped a rifle should he require it.
James is just so damn good. Now, going in with the scout once again. I don't know why, but the scout is one of those weapons I just can't play with. I can't hit a single thing with it. It's it's crazy, but just goes to show that I'm not really good at this game. These players are, though. They're very good. This goes to show. Now, K23 with forced by 2 scouts. 3 Eagles. They will be in the back seat. They will have to defend. Now, will he be able to hit this shot if someone does jump down into the pit?
I mean, he's definitely got the right angle for it. Doesn't necessarily have the weapon, though. The scout probably not going to be good for this kill, especially if it's jumping. Sanji, though, continues to jiggle, see if he can bait out some sort of shoulder peek. But no, for the time being, he's doing all right. And needs to be very careful of that scout on the bomb site. He's not aware of it just yet. Well, it doesn't matter. Yakinda finds him. Mudo with a very quick trade. Sanji goes back for the M4, and Buster follows up onto Moo. Norbert now the man on the scout, and Fame spamming through with the Deagle finds ahead of Buster. 3 versus 3. And things are getting a little bit dicey here for Virtus.pro, especially if they can't deal with Norbert. But Sanji finds a headshot. 2 versus 3.
Yeah, Nealon here is in trouble. His position not yet known to the public. As soon as he fires off a shot, he is going to get noticed, but he does find a kill. James is going to take him out with a trade, though, but Fame can definitely make something happen. Just has to hit those headshots, and Kickard is going to take him out. That is 2-1 for VP. They have regained a lead, and now K23 just have to sit back and go for an eco.
My oh my, Virtus.pro. Despite losing the pistol, they come straight back out swinging, and they win a difficult previous round with 2 players left alive, meaning that 2 AKs will be up for the play. And Buster picks up an A1S. Yakinda, though, on the MP5. What's he going to be doing with this? In fact, James on the Mac-10, clearly trying to farm up some money so he can invest straight into that AWP. They know the economy of K23 is ruined. I know now exactly why the MP5 and Mac-10 have been given to Yakinda and James. They are the money farming crew. They're looking to entry towards actually the empty bomb site of B, and they already have full control of it as James just walks straight on in. Kick it. Decapitating Fame, Neelan. Gonna get the same treatment from Yekindar, and now Yekindar with that SMG, looking to swing straight back on in, and he sees the shoulder of Adren. Can he find the frag? What do you reckon, right?
I think so. He's gonna find the first, finds the second, and Norbert now gonna get the headshot onto James. 1 versus 4. And does go down. But yeah, the MP5, the silenced one, honestly, statistically speaking, I think it's among the worst SMGs, but it's just so damn satisfying to play with.
I really don't like it. I'm a UMP kind of guy. I'm a dying breed, because obviously the UMP used to be so much better than it is now. I used to be
better than rifles sometimes.
Yes. And I never grew out of it. I have a nice stat track primal saber, and I just roll with it all the way through. In the meantime, Adren looking to roll all the way through with his FAMAS does actually stop at the A-long double doors as Yekindar pushes up towards short, and look at this 5-man stack from Virtus.pro. They push now, it will be the 5 versus 2, and they will have a solemn advantage. Only player currently on the bomb site is Moo. He's got the A1S in hand. What can he do with it? Yekindar looking to entry. Bloody hell, Buster. Was that a pre-fire? Oh my Buster! Goodness gracious me! 2 excellent entries, and he's stealing Yekindar's job.
And now, Buster on the M4A1S on the D side. Still very interesting. Fame, Neon, and Adren. 3 versus 5 looking to go for the save. Now, Fame could perhaps find some kills if they do go his way here. Yekindar, the first one to perhaps offer himself up. He's not going to go through those doors, though. Honestly, not needed. They could go for the hunt, but they just want to build their economy, because VP, if they keep winning rounds like this, they're just going to be good for the rest of the half. 4-1 now. Fame, Neon, and Adren have saved the weapon from the last one, so rounds at K23 are going to invest a little bit, but nothing too much.
Well, I think there's a possibility that this round goes to K23, but they're going to have to show up a bit more than what they did in the previous. I think that much is obvious. Virtus.pro, in the meantime, they look hungry for a quick finish. This is the map that started it all in the IEM New York qualifiers, and James looking to finish it in the same fashion. Neelan, he can say goodbye to any hopes he had in this round, as the M4 does get scavenged by Norbert. But there's only so much that can be done from a salvaged M4. Can they salvage the round with a man disadvantage?
Yeah, that is the real question now. Round number 6, 4-1. This game already looking very dominant for Virtus.pro. K23 though, still in the game, still able to make something happen, but they have to start winning some rounds, because this is of course the second map in its best 3 if you are just joining us. So K23 really have no room to play with anymore. This is of course Swiss stage, so there's still plenty of chances to find some wins in this league. But of course, you want to do it against VP, the bigger boys. And Kicker and Yekindar to come into this A bomb site. But K23 have kind of stacked up on the B bomb site, and there's only one player in the CD spawn, and that is Norbert.
Yeah, this is looking like another convincing one for Virtus.pro. Norbert probably going to be playing for exits here. There's not much else he can do. A bit of an interesting spam fire there. We'll drop a smoke as a result. And a bit of interesting trivia. You know that, good lord, Sanji, that's a great shot towards Norbert. But as I was saying, back to the trivia, you know, the...
What?
How was that even How has that even happened? I don't even know where he came from. Yekindar does deal with him, but that's a lot of money.
With the trivia.
Sorry, yeah, back to the trivia. Got interrupted twice there by absolute madness. The mid-door smoke was actually invented by Adren's Avangar. So you know the one where you right-click, throw it onto the door hinge, and it allows you to...
Oh yeah, the Xbox smoke replacement.
Yeah, that one. It's it was actually invented by Avangar when Adren was playing for them. Back when they went to the major finals against Astralis in Berlin.
That was a trivia, right?
That was a trivia. That was a trivia.
All right. That's a nice little fact. Thank you for that.
That is all right. And hopefully no one knives someone whilst I'm trying to give my next one, because that was absolutely insane. Where did Moo even come from?
That was rude of him to interrupt you like that.
It's rude
Very
of him to
rude.
interrupt Sanji like that. Poor guy.
Yeah, interrupted his life like that. Now, 5-1 is the score. Kinder here. Looking for perhaps an AWPer, peeking aggressively towards short. Perhaps take some revenge on Mo. Put a stab on his fallen teammate from the last round. Now, both teams playing quite passively. Virtus.pro setting themselves up to perhaps go for an A split. 3 players looking to go towards catwalk, but Mo is here holding the perfect angle. It's going to go to a different position though. Mo and Nealon here. Exact same one. The nade could do some damage. Oh, they get out just in time. Now, by the looks of it, Buster in the B tunnels. This could be looking like a B split.
Could indeed, and well, they're lining up for it now. Smokes start to rain down towards middle. Adren has got wind of this, but look at him. He does have help. And Moo actually finding kick it through the smoke makes this far more manageable. Jane does trade onto Nealon. And off the back of this, they might choose to go towards A. However, Yakindar still pushes his way out towards middle. He finds a presence, finds a head of Moo. Norbert picks off Sanji, so we're still at a 3 versus 3 situation. Nothing is yet decided. Yakindar hits a leg shot. He himself goes down to 5 HP, but it's Jame to find the AWP kill onto Norbert. Now the 3 versus 2. It's incredibly difficult for both sides, but Yakindar finding a Dre. I mean, it's all down to fame. Buster doesn't care about that. He busts the jaw of fame and sends him packing.
Yeah, these rounds, they're looking dominant, but also not dominant at the same time. Now, you can see how quick those odds have changed on Parry Match. 1.15 now for Virtus.pro. Get your bonus for the first deposit. And go down below and click on the banner. Because that's where you can find the link to go to Parry Match. Now, James, couldn't find the link there. Got the wall bang instead. Couldn't find a kill zone now, Mo. This is going to take out your Kinder. 5 versus 4 here. K23 off to a great start now. Kickard is going on a bit of an adventure here. The lower tunnel. Dren is boosted up in the CT spawn. Now, if those smokes get thrown there, he could be surprising them. Now, he's just going to come out pushing. Doesn't want to deal with no smokes. Is going to find Kicker just like that. Now, Sanji, Buster, and Jame, they're in trouble. Especially when Fame is in this position.
Oh my goodness, this is one of those situations where it's whoever has vision first, and it will be Buster. Decapitates the new youngster, and then ducks under the bullets of Adren from window. The flash does come over, and that will result in the death of Buster. Sanji falls as well, leaving Jame in the 1 versus 4, and I think you know what that means. It's Jame time.
Really though, he doesn't really like saving when we're casting him. Now, I think he's going to make an exception for us right here.
Oh, he's gone for 2 1v3s. I think a 1v4 is a little out of the question. The economy is actually very good on VP, though. So he might go for some kills here. Admittedly, he probably doesn't want to give the CTs a free double up setup. But at the same time, Yakindar has $15,000, and that's before the round's even over. Yakindar's going to have 16k before the buy going into the next round, which is absolutely mad.
Yeah. Jame, even if he doesn't save this AWP, definitely gonna get some AWPs dropped to him. Currently has the AWP of Sanji. Just a green skin. Nothing unusual, so... Not gonna boost his stats like other skins would. Dragon Lore makes you 50% better. Doesn't actually.
Is that a scientific
Don't listen
fact
to me.
then, yeah? No, one of the beauties of CSGO is that it's not a pay-to-win game. Like, there is no way you can pay to get better at CSGO. Well, obviously, you know, you can get a membership for a deathmatch server or something, but at the base game, you can't, like, buy an operator, you can't buy, like, a mobile game, you can buy literally all the levels you need to become the best in the world.
An operator,
Yeah.
Isn't that
No,
from another game?
no. Shh. We don't talk about them.
I actually have to cast that game tomorrow.
Oh, well, have fun, you traitor. In the meantime, we apologise for apparently mispronouncing Mo. We've been calling him Moo. And
he's not a cow. He's
not a cow. He is indeed a human being and an incredibly good Counter-Strike player. If he pops up like he normally does, he might be a machine. But he's going to have to find some kills on the AWP here as the B-side SU comes on in. Yekenda entries onto a Dren. Fame to trade right back on with the AUG, but he himself gets cleaned up by Buster and Jame. Doing Jame things on that AWP. A brilliant double Molotov means Nealon has no chance to push up towards the window, and that's the B-bomb site securely fastened. And, well, I mean, I hope K23 have fastened their seatbelts, because this is looking like a bumpy ride on their map pick.
Yeah, now, on here, saving next to the double doors. We got Mo, not the American one.
Thank goodness for that.
It's gonna jump on top. Oh no, I do believe he could have had a bit of a career if he played his cards different. It wasn't too bad. This Mo, definitely a lot better. He's gonna find the kill to kicker. He's gonna try saving it. And it looks like he's being allowed to save it. Now, thank you guys in the chat for helping us out with the pronunciations. Now, I'm gonna stick with Mo because I think there's gonna come some crazy theories pretty soon.
Yeah, Reddit, please don't hurt us. I'm sorry, we tried. It's our first tier 1 cast, man, please.
Oh my lord. I'm loving it. Now Nealon is going to throw a nice molly towards the long doors. And that's going to prevent a K23 player from coming in for the peak. Mo, that is?
Yeah.
Excuse me, the terrorist science player. That would be Jame.
That is alright. It's been an unusually slow... Well, I say unusually slow. This is just Virtus.pro style of play. They are painstakingly slow at times, and then they'll randomly switch it up by saying Yekindar go kill, and they'll run straight onto a bomb site and just decimate everyone with a bullet straight through their faces. Yekindar does take a bit of nade damage though, so your Yekindar go kill might be a little bit harder. But honestly, their style of play is so unique, and it really just adapts to the meta. And sometimes they do leave it a little too late to push, and it can come and really bite them. But for the time being, it is working spectacularly, especially on the map here of Dust 2, the pick of their opponents.
Yeah. Now, it looks like VP are about to execute towards a bomb site. No, but with some utility. We're just going to get mollied out of position. Has to walk away. Down 65 HP, and VP coming in hard. Jame is going to find a Dren. Holding it from it. Now Kicker is going to find a bomb plant. But jumping on top of the box, Kinder takes out Nealon, and now a 5 versus 3 for VP. But has to pull off something insane here. Finds the first, but can't quite transfer the spray. And now Fame and Mo are going to have to go for the save. But now, you did mention the word unique, and that made me think about the fact that Unique actually didn't make it into this event. Now, Unique have a player in the team. Crush used to be a player for Hellraisers, actually played at the Major. Ooh, and they're going to find a nice headshot on the Mo here. But yeah, Unique, that CIS team, definitely not as good as they used to be.
They have not been a good team for quite some time, I'm going to be honest with you, White. They struggled in C-tier events, so it's no surprise they weren't able to qualify for an A-tier one. And yeah, their struggle has been going on since probably summer of last year.
Yeah, but out of 16 teams, I really thought that they would be
this
in
is
the bottom
true.
of like the top 16 in the CIS at least.
No, because obviously instead the in-game were, I guess, the surprise qualifiers. But I don't think Unique even made top 4. Did they even make the closed qualifier?
Let me check for you.
That's very kind of you. And whilst we wait for this timeout to clean itself up, this is, of course, our first tactical timeout of the day. We've had 3 technical timeouts, but I believe that is our first tactical timeout.
They
Meaning,
made it into the closed.
And then they didn't make it through the rest. Goodness me.
They lost against Wait for Tag in the upper bracket, and then they lost against 1 win in the lower bracket, both 2-0.
Wow. And Wait for Tag is a team they're up against in, I believe, the Kaiser League?
No, that's number 1.
Number 1 league.
Unique is in the Kaiser League.
Yeah, fair enough. But no, there's no more waiting for tagging in this game. We're straight back into the action, and Virtus.pro are up 8-2. As I said, Dust 2 is typically a good map for them. They just haven't been really showing up to their best lately. On the flip side, neither is K23, so it's a redemption showdown here. I don't know what it is, but in the presence of Virtus.pro, Adren never really seems to perform like he used to.
No. Maybe he's getting old like we are. Well, me.
The old age of 18.
The old age of 18. I mean, it is when adulthood starts, is what they say. No, I don't believe it. I'm 22 and I'm still a kid, so don't believe your parents when they say that when you're 18. You're an adult, because that's a lie. Now your Kinder is gonna sneak up towards the A-bomb site now. No, but is he gonna expect it? He has a nade out. Your Kinder is gonna find a kill, and now 5 versus 4. K23 looking to perhaps find a return frag. Now your Kinder a bit sloppy there. Does lose his head. Now Fame down 16 HP as well, but Adren, what position is he in right now? He's in elevator. That's right, to go for the quickly shot. Can't quite find it. Kickered takes out Fame, and K23. Time to save, I guess. Or well, die. Now Adren is gonna find a kill through the smoke, or well, the edge of the smoke onto Buster. But yeah, they have to find kills now, because otherwise Adren now gonna come in alone. The timing could be horrible. Sanji with a headshot onto him. And Mo now in a 1 versus 3 is gonna get out of that as soon as possible, because look at the money. 2-9. And they're broke.
Yeah, they are completely. And Kindar's pretty close to 16k again, as is Buster, as is Jane, the AWPer. Nearly at 16k is a very worrying sign on
Will
any
we see the
game
outer
of
snipers?
CSGO. I don't
At the end of the half, that would be so fun.
At the end of the half, just spam down mid doors. Yeah, go on then, why not? But what I wanted to say there is that was so intelligently played. There's a reason, I believe it was Mo on the site had a grenade out. Yakindar plays the smokes towards CT perfectly. The smokes drop, but he's already up so close that he crosses before the CTs even start spamming through it. Because they don't expect players to be that close when the smokes are thrown, especially if they're not left or right clicked. Those were proper executions. Oh my goodness, James!
What? Did he even see him?
Good lord, I do not know, but it's at us through the smoke, through the wall, right into the head of poor old Adren. Jesus Christ!
Probably hit a fly in the process.
James is like the scene from Kung Fu Panda where they're trying to catch flies with the chopsticks. He's got that level of reaction speed. And Kindar does find one, but Mo, to trade. As we're left in a 3 versus 4 situation, the CTs are going to tag up Jane. He's down to 20. Fame finding the head of Buster nets them a pretty solid chance in this round. Can VP recover things? Or will K23 finally put their 3rd round on the board? It's far overdue. They put up a good fight in a lot of these rounds, but it has just been VP clinching them right at the end. It's been a mixture of dominance and nail-biting close rounds. And no, that is a much-needed kill. Can't finish off the 2nd. Can Norbert do the deed? No, it's going to be James to find Fame, and now the 1 versus 2.
Yeah, now 10-2. Looking very dominant here for VP. K23 not quite making it out of these rounds in success. Now, Buster, to buy the AK. No, the sniper. Oh, look. I want to see it. I really want to see it on this D side.
If there was to be one, it would definitely be round.
Is the graffiti still there, or was that on the old Dust 2?
That's old Dust 2, the 4 Fanatic. Yeah.
Oh, I really hate the fact that they didn't bring that back. That was such a nice graffiti, but oh well. Fame gotta find a kill to Sanji. Rush B strat is coming in. What can VP do right here? Adren is gonna find a 1-for-1 trade, but K23 absolutely get deleted out of the half. But actually, look at this, 2 versus 3.
It's a 2 versus 3, but this is the B bomb site we're talking about here, White. And look at the utility left on these Virtus.pro players. The boost up comes in from Neelan, and they have a slight gap in the door. James could be in the line of fire here. They see his head, and he's not going to realise where that's come from. Oh my god, James! He's a madman, and Buster swings on in towards middle. Down goes Mo. Last alive is Neelan. He's got 69 points of health, and Buster, he's out for his blood. Just narrowly misses the head, and I don't see any logical way that K23 can win this round. Neelan, he's tagged down Jame, but it's not going to matter. Jame is a monster on that AWP. And now 11-2 for Virtus.pro. It's the penultimate round of the half. And VP are stomping their regional rivals.
Yeah, I mean, when talking about these matches before the games today, you're like, yeah, it's gonna get close. I was like, no. 2-0, 2-0. What are you thinking now? Hey.
I mean, what I'm thinking is, now I understand why James has the least deaths of any professional Counter-Strike player. Because this man he's a monster.
Oh yeah, he definitely is now. 4 versus 4 right here. Norbert and Neil are about to hold on to this A-bomb site. Well, not when James is there. He's going to find the kill, shoot the smoke, and Neil now coming up. Even his fantastic profile picture can't save him from this. Now, smoke perhaps about to fade. Neelan put himself in a great spot there behind the door. Virtus.pro, as precise as they've been, they're surely going to be checking that if they do end up going there. But now, ooh, Adren is going to find Kickert. Kickert hitting the what used to be a palm tree there.
Goodness me, that was quite some time ago.
All right. I know.
You're more ancient than the map itself.
Oh,
I'm sorry, that was mean, but... Thielen and Fame find one each, and Sanji does trade. Can Sanji win out the 1 versus 2 clutch? White? What do you reckon here?
Yeah, man, he can do it. If there's anyone, I believe he can do this one. Hasn't been having the greatest 2 maps. Was a bottom fragger on Mirage, but now it's his time to shine. He's going to be looking to find a 1v1. Unfortunately, his opponents are going to get it, but now Sanji just has to hit some beautiful headshots. He's going to find it first. Can go and run away. He has the molly, so he has to throw that one in. Oh, the smoke. But Neelan is going for the defuse. Will Sanji spray the right angle? Oh, finds the headshot through the smoke. Sanji comes out ahead with the clutch and gives K23 not a single chance.
God Sanji. We love God Sanji. And the fact that Adren doesn't even check tunnels, I agree. All my homies do love God Sanji. I love God Sanji. And look at this, it's now Auto Sniper Sanji. Can he seal the deal on the mid-doors cross?
Oh, look at this fight! So many Auto Snipers, 2 ops, and nothing has been done. Oh, that is pain. I was expecting at least 2 kills.
Every shot is missed. They were aiming too high, they were aiming for a jump cross. It's actually Sanji to do double doors damage with the AK through the wrong set of double doors. But look at this, Norbert, 5 in 13, a pretty lackluster performance across the board from K23 on their own map pick, I'll be honest with you, White. It's been looking pretty VP from the start here. And as a VP fan, I'm obviously over the moon. I was a little bit worried with their recent performances, but goodness me. What a day from them here today. Sanji continues to spam. Isn't going to find anything else just yet. What do we reckon? 3 FAMASs, 4 FAMASs and an M4. Or the might of 4 AKs, full util and an AWP.
Yeah. 51 seconds left. Kickert slowly creeping up on the short. VP just want to go to that A-bomb site. It would be the right choice. Neelan, though, timing could be huge. He's going to find Buster with his nade out, but keeps on going. Sanji with a trade, and now the 8-bomb site is entirely empty. I'm not sure what K23 have done. I guess this is just a bad read from them, because they have completely left the 8-bomb site open. I'm feeling like they thought that VP were going towards B, so they were like getting the wrap ready, but they didn't realize VP were going towards A.
Yeah, it's a bit of an awkward gamble stack there, and the grenade is awkward as well. It just doesn't quite find the mark. Admittedly, 4 versus 3 on the retake, but Yakindar spots one in CT. Molotov to follow up, and smokes to further delay, and time is ticking down for K23, as is the opportunity to win rounds. Fame, though, finds ahead. Jane finds onto Adren. And hello, a grenade. Woo! Oh, Yakindar. He's gifted it.
This.
He's been gifted the double kill. 1 versus 1. Oh. Does he have time?
I don't think so. Yeah,
Maybe?
VP have won it. It's over. VP have won it. How did he do it? How? You kinder. Absolute beast.
Jame on 4 deaths in 15 rounds. Good lord. Yakindar as well, he doesn't care about his death tally as long as he gets the kills to back it up, and that's certainly what he's done. 17 in 10 as we switch into the next half of Dust 2. And that double kill was the cherry on top. They lined perfectly up for his spray, and it's only headshots for him. It's only headshots, and it's a beautiful scene to witness. I feel bad for K23 at this point, because some of this has just been very unlucky. Some of this has just been Jame getting disgusting AWP shots. Like, just nothing can prevent that from happening. Especially that double doors one where he flicks onto the head of his opponent with just the cleanest flick I've ever seen. But then there's just the skill gap. And Virtus.pro have come to play today. 3 of their players having performances of their lives, and Sanji and Kickit showing up exactly when they're needed. There's just nothing you can really do at the K23 side of things.
Yeah, I mean, they're just being outclassed at this point. Even though Dust 2 may be one of their better maps, even like the fact that they picked this map, of course, could be one of their better maps, as I just said. But VP, perhaps this is not their best map, but even though they're just so much more better, that's the fact that they're going to win this one. The words didn't really come out as I wanted them to, but I guess you know the point that I'm trying to get across. Now Fame and Adren gonna find 2 kills, and K23 here opening up the B bomb site. And perhaps they're about to prove me wrong.
That is a guaranteed pistol round win for them at this point. It's already a save call for VP. They want to save up into the next so they can buy some Kevlar with their helmets with the SMG buy, which should be coming out from K23 in the next. I like the way someone in the chat says, this isn't a CSGO match, it's a war crime. Poor K23. They are being battered and bruised, but they're still putting up a fight. They're not done fighting just yet, and that's a testament to their mental fortitude, something I like to bring up a lot, because it is depressing when you're down 13-2, especially on a map like Dust 2. It is a map where comebacks are made, and Virtus.pro came back from a 15-3 deficit to beat Ents in overtime, as I do keep dragging on up.
Yeah, I mean...
But I don't think K23 are quite the same caliber.
Yeah, I mean, if they lose this map the way they do, they may have to rebrand to K21, because those 2 maps that they just played, oof, painful.
Or K02.
K02? Oh, no. Let's not get cancelled there, shall we? Now, K23 about to come out of the long doors. Kinder though, he's hot on the heels of Fame, but Fame with a beautiful headshot. Ooh, someone was talking about the Virtus plow in the chat, but this may well be the K23 plow, because it is starting to look very good. Of course, VP don't have the best of buyings, it's just the false buying, so not going to get ahead of myself.
Virtus plow, more like Virtus ow. That was a painful round. And with 5 players left alive on this K23 side, it's not looking great for Virtus.pro in round number 17, but overall they still have a stellar lead. It will be 9 rounds unless Buster can, pick off a miraculous number of heads as they cross towards this A site. I consider it highly unlikely, and I also think Kickit is hiding on that B bomb site for good reason. Doesn't want to lose that full Kevlar and helmet. In the meantime, K23 could go on the hunt, but their money isn't fantastic. And I don't know if that's really the call.
Buster and Kicker now. Try and hold onto those deagles. Perhaps Buster can go for something. Does have no armor, but yeah. Best to just keep tap for the next round and try to make something happen right there. Now here we have Buster jumping over, trying to spot a player, but yeah, K23 gonna find the 4th round. They're gonna have a bit of a chill session in the pit, talk things over, perhaps have a barbecue. Dust 2 looking awfully sunny. But yeah, what's going on what's going on over there with the weather? Because right here, it's like it's raining and it's sunny, and it's raining and it's sunny. It's weird.
Yeah, it's basically just global warming at this point. Summer is no longer summer. It's a mixture of... my friends actually had snow last week.
What?
My friends in the Midlands of England had snow. And bear in mind it's May. May is not typically known for snow.
Earth is drunk.
Earth is drunk. Earth.
Go home, you're
Go
drunk.
home, Earth, you're drunk. Yeah.
Yeah. Could take an aspirin.
And a cold flannel, or perhaps a hot one.
Yeah.
As now, if I was K23, I'd need a bit more than a cold flannel to fix what is a bit of a dire situation.
Perhaps
They
an
should be
aspirin.
able to. They should be able to put 5 on the board here, as it is just Virtus.pro on 3 USBs and 2 Desert Eagles. I wouldn't put it past Virtus.pro to get a kill or two, but every day of the week this is a this is a K23 round, and Dren, lovely knife glove combo and a sexy AK to seal the deal, and it might be a kill onto your Kinder as well, just to further things across the line, and it will be. Down goes your Kinder, and now 4 versus 5. This is a practically unwinnable situation for VP.
Yeah, I do love the way they're playing this one, though. I mean, they're going down, but they're playing it very seriously. You have teams with just, when it's an eco, when they have a few pistols, they just try to go for ridiculous stuff. They don't really care. It's just an eco, right? But VP, they have a game plan for their ecos. I love to see it.
Yeah, you do love to see it. And as much as it doesn't win them the round, it wins them our hearts and our minds. And now I'm just being pedantic as Virtus.pro buy up into the first buy round of the second half. I already have white a long time ago.
Oh, he lost his heart in Poland and now he belongs to Russia.
My heart belongs to CIS now.
Yeah. Now, Norbus here. Looking to hold on to the push for any A-bombs, like making sure no sneaky business comes in. If only something that my caster likes to do. Hence why he is named Sneaky Beaky.
Sneaky by name, sneaky by nature. When I used to be good at CSGO, I liked lurking with lurking or AWPing quite a lot, and both of those tie in quite nicely to the sneaky caricature. Adren, not so sneaky as he gets tagged down to 15 points of health, and Yakinda now looking to deal with this short aggression. It's a brilliant flashbang load. Forces him off the angle, might find one through the smoke, but no, it's James instead to entry. Molotov towards Goose does miss the mark, and so does the second one. Neither of them are really fully Molotoving Sight or Goose, and now Yakinda decapitates poor old Mo, meaning it's a 5 versus 3 situation, and VP looking pretty hot to pick up their first gun round of the second half.
Yes, indeed, Yakinda now. Timing. Not going to find a kill there, but James is here holding down the angle, finds the shot. Now, 2 players left for K23 now. I can see a lot of people. Ooh, Kicker gonna find a headshot on the Fame. But yeah, I see a lot of people criticizing VP for saving pistols, saving armor. But something I've seen from VP is they care a lot about the in-game economics, and it really helps them because VP, they've had lots of money all the time. But yeah, back on Mirage, when we saw a player switch out an MP5 for a Galil just to make sure that his teammate could get some extra dollars. VP, they're playing smart Counter-Strike. I love it.
Yeah, they really are, and it's something they're becoming increasingly well known for. It's just their super intelligent style of play, especially when James took up the IGL role. I mean, you know, James' brain is huge when it comes to the world of Counter-Strike. As you can see from his performance just in the server and in terms of IGLing, the fact that he's so proficient as both a fragger and an IGL, it's a rare type of breed. Like AWP IGLs like Art and AWP IGLs like James. They're a rare breed of players, and both with very unique playstyles.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of Fallen, but he's kind of dropped off recently. Is he still IGL?
He's IGL for Liquid, yeah. He took took it off as Stewie, and Stewie's been playing really badly just since Boston, really. Or since MIBR or whatever.
Well, good on him that he has a bit of a brand going for him.
Indeed.
Definitely something that can keep you on a team for a while.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I think that's why...
Yeah. That's the harsh, that's my harsh opinion.
No, it's why some of these major players, they get picked up by organizations and they linger for such a long time, even with bad results. And I don't necessarily mean to say that about, you know, Mo or Adren. But Adren, he's not a scratch on what he used to be just as a
Oh,
player
yeah.
mechanically. Like he used to be a god on the server, especially in 2017, 2016. And the drop off is apparent.
Kinder, huge position, gonna find, nearly finds two. Fame is gonna find a kill though, gonna find a punishing frag. James from the flames, what is he gonna do? At least he survives. Now, not for long though. Goes down and all, but yeah, VP gonna go for the save and continue on, Sneaky.
I will continue on in this 2 versus 4 situation. VP are wisely calling a save. It's a shame they don't know how low Fame and Norbert are. Adren as well, not doing fantastic in the health department either way. They are going to be hunted by Norbert. He's on 7 HP, but he does have enough money to reinvest into the next. So, of any man to send, he is a decent choice. Buster holding down this angle though. He's picked up the AWP himself. Will he be able to capitalize? He could well do so. Norbert getting a little bit risky with his peaks, and down he goes. That's an AK and armor stolen away. The economy of K23 isn't fantastic though, so it's wise that they don't send in another. However, the 3 players surviving will do wonders for it.
Yeah, round number 21. We're getting into the later stages of the game, and K23 not really looking too good, but VP will be the first ones to call for a tactical timeout. And I believe this is the first tactical timeout of this entire best of 3. Now, something I do want to ask you though, because ever since the online era took over because of COVID, we have seen lots of younger teams and lots of flashier teams take over the number 1, number 2, all of that, and the old guard kind of went down. Now I'm wondering, we're getting closer and closer to LANs. ESL1 IEM clone, excuse me, is gonna be a LAN again. Now I'm wondering, when we get back to those situations, is the pressure gonna be too hot for these younger talents, and are they gonna drop off, or is this just a new era? And as a boomer, do I just have to accept the fact that the old legends are no longer gonna be on the top?
That's a great question, and I think maybe not the studio lands.
Yeah, the arena ones.
The arena lands are when things are really going to switch up. Because it's such a different environment to sitting at home comfortably in your chair. And I think FPL players will get quite a shock, as I just got shocked by a Dren's beautiful spray transfer there. Got to be careful not to overlap into a Dren's moment to shine. And that was a little glimmer of the former Adren coming back in just there. 4 versus 3 now for K23. They're looking to pick up a 7th as Virtus.pro are struggling to close this game out. And that is something Virtus.pro have typically struggled with in the past. Closing games out has been a struggle. I mean, I think it was they were, 14-5 up against Mouse Sports and lost 16-14 in regulation on Vertigo when the map originally came out. That was...
Oh, you're the boomer.
I think that was Ice Challenge 2020, so that would have been February of last year.
You're cheating. That was in the UK.
I went to that as well. It was a great event. And
That's why you know.
Kickit swings on in, finds Mo, feigned to trade onto Buster. Now the 2 versus 3 in a train is low, so this is not out of the question for VP. Especially as Kickit is somewhat undetected, walking up long. Adren doesn't want to peek because his life is in severe danger. But Kickit, though, checking the rear flank, waiting for James to get something done. I don't think he's going to, so it needs to be Kickit to strike first.
Coming in, not going to go for the one tap, goes for the spray, gets punished for it. Now James time is going to come in. Fame jump pretty high there, very nice jumping skills. Now James is going to try to hold on to his op, and nice shots. Dren going to go for the save as well, and that's going to be both ops saved for either side.
Battle of the IGLs is a stalemate for the time being, but K23 take the round, and now they have half as many rounds as Virtus.pro. And I believe, is this a 1-round improvement on their Mirage tally?
Yeah, they had 6. No, wait. No, that was before. Mirage. Actually, 16 of 10 was Mirage.
Oh, of course. No,
that was from before.
Yeah, my apologies. And
no worries.
Well,
quite similar.
Playing quite a lot worse. I mean, especially in that first half than they did on Mirage. Mirage, although the scoreline was quite a gap, there were very, very close rounds in there. And I think it should have been a closer scoreline in the first half, but Virtus.pro were just fantastic at edging those close rounds over the line. However, in the second half of Dust 2, it's been quite the opposite story. They have been struggling a little bit to finish off the game, to see themselves into that 2-0 scoreline that everyone's been anticipating. And I'm not entirely sure how the odds reflect that just yet, but... Oh, that's a great double boost towards short. I wish I was that fast.
Comeback, not out of the question though. VP, they're just spiraling down. Just a full bind, and they save, then they have a half bind, and they save. It just keeps going on like that. Now, Fame is gonna make sure that car won't be able to get returned back to the manufacturer. I think they'll deny service on that one. As we're seeing all those bullet holes. Flames, you can still get away with that, perhaps? Now, VP. Currently not with a very good buy. Kinder on the A-bomb side. Holding down long. Jamin's going to drop in a CD spawn, though. Going to go for a nice little angle to help his team out with holding low. Perhaps find a nice kill here. Shoots straight in between them. Now Kinder has to go big, and Norbert finds him. And K23, they have just won the round because VP, it's Jame time.
Oh, dearie me, it's a collective squad Jame time here. And, no, I was going to say, this is not looking fantastic for them. It's not scary territory yet. We've seen them lose large advantages before. And if they were to lose another large advantage like this, I would A, cry, and B, be rather surprised, but also not surprised. Because this is the sort of slump VP have been in lately. Unable to close games and, yeah, missing out on crucial opportunities within rounds. If this was a game against Na'Vi right now, Na'Vi would be, you know, they'd be stomping Virtus.pro as they did in DreamHack. And whilst it wasn't a stomp in terms of scoreline, it was in terms of mind games and economy.
Yeah, but I think the big issue right now here is the refrag potential isn't really there. Kinder went down alone inside of the A-bomb site. Now Jame, he did go down into the CT spawn to go for a better angle, but I think he even must know that that will get smoked off. So Kinder kind of being thrown towards the sharks there because nothing much he could do there. So VP, they have to start focusing more on playing in duos to make sure that they can get some refrags if someone does go down. Now, an entry frag would of course be the ideal scenario. Dren is going to find a headshot onto Sanji. Finds the opener. Now flashbang out to the A-bomb site. Kinder here behind the double doors. There is a player straight on the other side, but now Jame once again falling back into that CT side. Kinder though is going to find Mo, excuse me, Fame with a trade, and now 3 versus 4.
I mean, he was led right there like cattle to slaughter as Mo cuts him down in middle. Buster, though, has a great position. He's got aggressive through B. He knows now that there's no one towards his B site and has a lot of information. He may also find the bomb carrier. Doesn't find him, and I think the bomb is picked up after he's spotted. So they have a rough idea of where the bomb is and where these players are going. But at the same time, I think this is going to be another save, this time in towards T spawn. And things are starting to look a bit drastic for Virtus.pro. Again, after this round, I'm assuming they'll lose it. It will only be a 5-round deficit for K23, but things are starting to get worryingly close. Virtus.pro, as I said already, much, much better on their T side than their CT. It's something they have to work on. And hopefully they're able to work on it quite quickly in this game. Otherwise, they will be losing out on a huge opportunity. In the meantime, excellent comeback from K23. They were down, what, 13-2? And now Jame is back in charge of saving the AWP. Fame on peaks at just the wrong moment. And at least they're keeping the economy a bit honest. But Virtus.pro, they've got to start putting that final round on the board to at least secure a 15th.
Got to start helping out those A players, man. They're kind of being thrown under the bus now. Just, there's no recovery. There's no rescue missions being done. Just leave. Just go out. It's all right. Save again. But yeah, 14-9. It's really time to start finding some opener frags because as soon as K23 find an entry or two, VP go for a save. So VP just have to find the entry because otherwise this is going to be very close very soon now, Mo. Holding the double doors. I'm glad for VP. Or, well, not glad for VP. Kinder here, holding down long. And oh, this is the aggression that we need from VP. Norbert and Fame now down very low. The kills just have to come in right now, and VP have already left. Don't want to risk too much, but now the fact that they're putting more players on this A bomb site is definitely something that they needed.
And yeah, the damage is great early on, just as you said. Still not, it's still not in the clear. This is still a potential K23 round, but they're going to have to pick themselves back up. What was that? A save already?
Could no, I'm saying could still be a save.
It
One
could
death is
still be
all
a
it
save
takes.
for Virtus.pro, yeah. If Adren gets another entry like he's been doing in the past couple of rounds, then perhaps they might just consider it. Yakinda needs to try not to get decapitated in a situation like this. It wouldn't be the most practical for Virtus.pro, I'll be honest with you.
Oh.
And he just narrowly avoids tempting fate. Smoke will drop down. Molotov or grenade to follow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it could be big. It could be very, very big. But Adren is going to be even bigger. Oh, my goodness. Finding Kicker and Sanji. That is huge. And now there's no option to save. Yakinda needs a double here. Otherwise, it could be game over. But no. Through the smoke as Adren finds Buster. Oh, my goodness. It's all falling apart. James, can he find the pick onto Adren? Or will he himself become the next victim? Oh, it's a very fast kill towards Adren. But it's not going to matter. It's James time. Once again, the economy started to get a little broken here for Virtus.pro. It was Sanji to buy the AWP for James in the previous, and a great flick from James onto Norbert. Means the AWP save is still a possibility, but they're not getting enough done with it in the actual rounds. These kills are no longer impact frags from James. They're just sort of scared picks as he runs away to save again.
Yeah, I'm starting to see where the meme comes from more and more. Oh, James. Oh. Does hit those shots, but yeah, James, it's like he doesn't even want to try going for a clutch play. He just runs off, just makes up his mind. I think he even made up his mind about saving in the beginning of the round there.
Yeah, he's like, actually, you know what? I don't really want to play in this round. I'm a slowly walk away towards short, away from the action, and hope no one comes and finds me.
Now, to his credit, they are number 7 in the world, so something about it must be working, right?
This is true. James time is a spectacular occasion for all the family. But,
it should be celebrated.
It should be a celebrated tradition, but Virtus.pro are certainly not celebrating as they call their third tactical timeout. And, well, there's good reason as well. I would not be celebrating after losing 7 rounds in a row.
Yeah. Let me check real quick. Ooh. 1, 2, 5 rounds in a row.
Oh yeah, of course.
There was a round in between.
Yeah, they picked up 2 rounds in this half. Or 3 rounds. No, 1 round in this half.
Yeah, 1. VP only won 1.
Oh,
That's
God.
it.
That's not a good sign. Especially as we go into round number 25. It's a last buy that Virtus.pro will be able to afford. And, well, I think it speaks droves. They're going to have to win this one. Otherwise, K23 could be on for the comeback on their own map pick. As Virtus.pro continue to struggle ever since they lost to Gambit in the Grand Finals of Katowice. They've just not looked like the same team, and Buster narrowly misses busting a kneecap. And, well, VP, the time is now to wake up. Will they be able to rise up to the challenge?
On here. Gonna get flashed in. We'll be boosting up his teammate. Bit of an off angle. No one is gonna be peeking it out. Now VP do have a nice setup towards A long right now. James peeking towards the doors, and we have Sanji here. So Yakinda no longer playing inside of the bomb site. Wasn't really being as impactful as his teammates would have hoped. Now, same goes for Sanji. Hasn't been the greatest in this game either, but now this position could be huge. The flash is going to come in. Sanji finds one, gets straight out, but the damage has been done. Where's Mo? Now 4 versus 4, and just to find some kills. 3 versus 4 now for VP. Is this going to fall apart again? Is a question that I have. 3 versus 3. There is 2 players in the bomb site. The retake is coming in. It is not a save. You've heard this right. Yakinda going to find Neelan. Move with the trade though. And now, a 2 versus 2.
Buster missing a crucial shot, but both of these players are now on 4 HP. Buster does not miss the second time around, but Norbert doesn't either. Oh, and it's a USPS 1-tap to seal the deal, and Virtus.pro finally finally pick up a 15th round on the board as K23 just can't quite handle the post-plant retake.
And I do believe that is like the first retake scenario they have gone for or something. So that would give us a stat that VP is, in this game, 100% successful in retakes.
you're pushing it a little bit there, but at the same time, I like where you're coming from.
Technically, it's right.
I mean, yeah, you're not.
Save is not a retake.
A save is not a retake. You are correct. A save is a rite of passage for the Virtus.pro roster, especially when James is in the IGL seat. Norbert forced away by the Flames, and could this be it? Could this be the final round? It's been a long time coming, but at the same time, K23 looking far more threatening than they did in both the first half and the first game. Can they continue this comeback streak and take us to an overtime here? At least that's what they're going to be fighting for. And they are hungry to bring this map to their own scoreline.
Yeah. One round is all it takes for VP to secure a matchup with perhaps one of the other teams in the higher seed. Could be against Falls, could be against Navi, could be against Gambit. The latter two, though, still to be decided if they go into the 1-0 pool. Upsets could happen. That's why we love regional Counter-Strike. Now 50 seconds left. K23 have to start looking to go for a bomb site. Yikinder here, though. He's going to get flashed. Ooh. He's committing a bit too much to the spray right there. Let's get into a different angle. But yeah, James, Sanji, and Yikinder to hold on to this A-bomb site. Yikinder here. Going to go down to Mo. James, though, with a trade. And now a 4 versus 4. Can VP finish this one out?
So far, not so good as K23 pick up another in the form of their young gun Fame. Sanji is going to survive the cross and picks up Mo. James finds ahead of Adren, and they spun this right back into a man advantage. Make that 2 as Buster finds a kill onto Norbert. Now Fame in the 1 versus 3 situation. He has so much to do, so much responsibility, and down goes James. Now the 2 versus 1. Can the new kid on the block find the frag? No, he can't. Buster through the smoke. And that's a Virtus.pro round. That's a 16th on the board. And ladies and gentlemen, a 2 over Virtus.pro, courtesy of a stellar retake from the 3 men alive. Goodness gracious me. What a performance from VP. Admittedly, they do let themselves go quite badly for the start and middle of the second half of that game. But as a Virtus.pro fanboy myself, I could not be happier. They looked in prime form on Mirage, and if they fixed their easy mistakes on Dust 2 and maybe tried to stop saving every round, we could be in for quite an exciting tournament for them. And I tell you what, I've come prepared for the event. No, don't worry, I'm not stripping.
You're not?
I do have...
Oh.
No, I'm not.
Sad.
We've got a nice little...
Got a nice little surprise for us. Superman. Virtus.pro man then. Now, you love to see it. You love to see it. Now, Sneaky Beaky, a big Virtus.pro fan. His dream finally coming true to finally cast a match of Virtus.pro. So, bit of an applause for him for that one.
Thank you.
For me, Fnatic are my favorites, but honestly, I would have to start casting more tier 2 tournaments to be able to cast them.
Yeah, they're not looking like they're going to stick in the top 30 for too much longer, which is a worrying statistic. Golden, I believe it is, has had the worst year of any professional CS player I've ever seen. His average rating is like, 0.6 something at the moment. But back to the game at hand. That was a valiant effort and a valiant comeback from the K23 squad on Dust 2. Bear in mind they were down 13-2 at the half switch. The fact that we go to such a close and competitive scoreline, a 16-10, it's a testament to their own determination to get back into the swing of things. And obviously this tournament means so much for everybody entering it. There's a lot on the line. There's RMR points, there's cash, and there's coverage for a lot of these new teams that have never made it into this tier of event before. So, I mean, congratulations to K23 for not cracking